you would be thought incredibly unlucky to catch the attention of this one. Mischievous and tricksy of nature, easily bored, sates his lust for excitement, meddling with the lives of mortal and lesser beings. It is at such a time Shao brings together 6 strangers to unite them as one party. Now, is this an act of impulse to amuse himself? Or is it an act of greater importance? Will Shao prove to be a loving father or mother, or simply a child playing with his new toys? My mother Eshrel was an elven druid skilled in herbs and medicines. My father was Jathiah, the human commander of Lord Melchiah's forces. When I was maybe 6 or so, Lord Melchiah tasked them with finding the source of several vicious attacks on local farmers and woodsmen. Rumours spoke of undead roaming the land instead of laying peacefully in their graves. Unfortunately, they never returned. After several months, my mother's people shipped me off to my Uncle Holdor to be raised. Uncle Holdor, unfortunately, knew nothing of elven ways, or even raising daughters. He was too busy training his own sons to become warriors, and I was thrown right in with them. I endured bumps, bruises, and broken bones right along with them all. It was 3 years later when news reached us of my parents' fate. They had been killed and eaten by ghouls. Burning hatred for the undead took root in my heart that day. As I continued to train in the martial arts, I discovered I had a gift for healing, and soon lessons with the local clerics was added along with my other duties. I am Irelia Braveheart, and on the night of my 16th birthday I left my uncle's home and set out on my own to try and do something about the attacks plaguing human and demi-human alike in my own little piece of the world. Conovar, son of Conovar, grew up in the coastal village of Sandhaven. Conovar was used to a life at sea, waking every morning at sun-up to farm the sea with his father in their little fishing skiff. It was at the age of 14 Con and his father were caught in a tragic storm. Con's father was thrown from the vessel, disappearing into the chaos that was the sea rolling in on itself. For 2 days, Conovar battled against the fury of the elements, getting cast out into the vastness of the ocean. Exhausted and near death, the beaten skiff was sighted by a preying vessel. Pirates. Captain Hoik, with admiration to his fighting spirit, took Conovar into his crew of buccaneers, giving him his crew name, Storm Rider. 5 years of merriment and scandalous behaviour, Conovar finally manages to buy his way out of the services of Captain Hoik and departs the ship and crew next time they make port. With the plan of buying a ship and crew of his own, he will not hesitate to do anything good or evil to come by the coin. It was not at the young age of 13 that stolen armour, Orstich, and entering a jousting tournament that garnered Norster folk hero status in his village. No, it was unseating the tournament's reigning champion at the first pass, whilst riding the same stolen ostrich. Now, most would have agreed that theft of any kind is bad, but Norster stole from the Baron himself, and under normal circumstances, meant death. But in attendance that fateful day was the Baron himself, most amused that it was upon his ostrich this young troublemaker had won the day. So instead of prison or worse, death, Norster was sent to the monastery Serpenthelm as a punishment, and in hopes that the clerics there could turn this young man's life around. Norster at first thought this a punishment worse than death, but given time, Norster actually felt that this was his calling. So strong the sense and place of duty that he quickly turned to the life of a paladin. A miracle, it seems, as if bestowed upon him by Dian Shekt herself. The 5 years in the monastery seemed to pass in an instant. Norster eventually took the name of the monastery upon his own when he left at the age of 18. Now it was Norster Serpenthelm's turn to help others who could not otherwise help themselves. And 8 years later, he finds himself sitting in a tavern with 5 complete strangers. Born in the far western mountains, Banduru Brawnanvil grew up during a time of great strife for his dwarven people. A war had stretched on for decades between the Druga and Banduru's people that threatened to destroy his homeland. Born to a family of military heroes, he grew up to carry on his family's proud tradition. He and his brother led the dwarven forces to push the Druga back to the brink of their own lands. It was in this time he met a woman named Merba, who was a cleric in his camp, who he fell deeply in love with. But then came the fateful day of the battle they all knew would decide the fate of the war between his people and the Dark Druga. The battle was bloody and ended with an entire cavern collapsing down on the 2 clashing armies, with the sole survivor only being Banduru. The war was ended, and the only entrance to his people's lands closed, but he thought it had come at too great a cost to his men, and thus he felt he had lost and become ashamed to his people. Proclaiming a self-imposed banishment on himself, he left his lands, and thus all his people had thought he had come to perish in the battle along with his brothers in arms, and he was justly proclaimed a hero to his people along with them as well. It was then he was to be chosen by Moradin to become a paladin in his name, and was set on a path to show the devotion to his people was true, even though Banduru believed himself a failure. Vladorian, born to a human father and an elven mother, or so he'd been told. He was found on the steps of an orphanage as a baby. Suffering at the hands and abuse from his keepers for several years and mistreated by his peers for being a half-elf, he ran away one stormy night at the age of 10 and lived alone in the woods till his young adulthood. He learned the ways of the forest and the creatures it held. Although he has no idea where his parents are, he wishes to find them and learn the reason they deserted him. One day at the age of 25, he noticed smoke rising from a distant part of the forest. He rushed to find a forest fire engulfing trees around him. Finding a village nearby in his deathly past, he warned the common folk and helped evacuate the village, even returning to save a young child trapped by the flames. Word of his actions spread from village to village, and he was soon known as a folk hero throughout the land. Although not much is known about Vladorian, he always lends a helping hand to the less fortunate when it's necessary, whether it be from a natural disaster or a corrupt baron. He will not stand for tyranny and believes in equal treatment of all. He will go to any lengths to achieve his destiny, without concern for failure or consequences he may sow in the process. Jenks grew up affluent and well off. The son of a wealthy landowning lord decided the pompous nature of nobility was not worth the effort, and turned to the streets and thievery in his late teens. However, not before securing a sizable loan from the family coffers. Often using his strikingly handsome looks to woo the fair maidens of the land and make off with their noble husband's gold, Jenks uses his knowledge of noble life to acquire a small bit of wealth.
What it is, party people? If you remember last time, our fearsome heroes were hanging out in a ruin, theoretically completely surrounded by lizardmen that only Jenks has seen. Vlad, their eyes, doesn't seem to have noticed it. They had just taken a short rest, so everybody's encounter powers and should be back tip-top shape. You are missing any dailies that you might have or spells, and nobody's taken any action as far as the folks out in the water that Jenks has seen, and the rest of you don't know where they are. In between last session and this session, I did hear that you took time during that short rest to pile up all of the dead lizardmen bodies in the back of the ruin here. So I went ahead and I piled those up here. And so now you can see them kind of hanging out there. Let me go ahead and Oh, yep. I've got the wrong display up here. Let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. You can see them up here. The pile of bodies kind of in that door up to the north. And so far, that's all we've really done. Do you guys want to talk strategy a little bit?
I just want to say two things.
Sure.
Jenks told everyone where the lizard people were except for Vlad.
Okay.
And
This is
you
great to
forgot about
know.
you forgot about the heads that Jenks put on spikes.
Oh, right. Well, I was gonna let you flavor that this time, but so where would you like to place these heads? And we're gonna go ahead and make this canon, retcon this to before you saw the lizardmen out in the water, unless you'd like to stare them in the eye while you're doing it.
We could put them to block off some of the entrances.
Gotcha.
That's where the heads on the
Form a
spikes are gonna be.
barricade with these heads on the spikes.
All right, that sounds good. We'll go ahead and leave those green
And-
dots there.
My understanding was that we lit these lizardmen bodies on fire. We were giving them a funeral.
Oh,
We were
Oh.
cremating them.
was that the intent, folks?
No, Jenks just wanted to block the doorway.
Gotcha. And you're gonna light
Well, I'm a cleric.
them.
They're dead. To get a funeral.
And the heads on spikes, those are not on fire, correct?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, so it's just the bodies in the back. And how'd you light them?
Sacred
With
fire.
the
Cantrip.
the fires around.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Or
And
we could, yeah, that's another way we could have done it.
there you go. That fat could render down. It might take a minute, but I would say that it's probably reasonable for you to have gotten those on fire. So all right, we have a burning ring of fire. No, burning wall of fire in the back here of lizardmen bodies. What's that?
Can Conovar bring kick some coals and stuff over into the centre here and create another small campfire, please?
Sure. And do you have an intent with that? Just light? What are you thinking?
Just want a campfire there, in case we need to light some arrows or torches or anything like that. I just want a fire close by in the centre.
Gotcha. Okay. So during your little break there, let's say, it is pretty damp there. I'm not going to put it right in the center because that's all kind of water. You can actually see kind of right in here and through here. It's pretty damp, but I'll put it on top of that rock there that you're standing
Yeah,
right
no,
in front of.
it doesn't have to be a fully functional campfire. Just as long as there's flames, that's all that matters really.
Right. And so we'll go ahead and drop that in there. There you go. You got a campfire sitting there. You started that up. That's a reasonable thing to do. And you've got some heads on spikes. Anything else, folks?
Those heads on spikes we tried to form as much of a barrier as we could with them.
Okay.
Try and block those entrances.
I'm not sure that like a head on a spike would necessarily stop anything.
Yeah, Jenks just put it up there for intimidation.
All right. That's what I kind of thought.
What are we gonna do? Are we gonna coat our weapons with this Greek fire? And if so, when? Right before, as in like when they're getting close, or should we prepare now? And also, do we keep the pots around the campfire?
thought
so if they
we
do go
were-
out, we can
I
get
thought
them?
we were going to try and gather them together and throw the pots at them.
Yes, that's a possibility as well.
I
You
tell
got-
you what,
you got 3
Conover, I will
pots.
give you one of the pots before I climb up on that wall.
All right. Go ahead and add a pot to your inventory.
And then I've got the other 2 pots, and I'm up 10 feet up.
All right. Oh, yep.
I'm
You're
up on
no
top of
worries.
that wall.
got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Conovar's going to be ready to coat Bunduru's, Morella's, his own, Norster's, and Jenks' weapons. Not Jenks, that will interfere with the stealth, won't it? Weapons in the Greek fire, so we can literally light them
Okay,
and then use them in close battle. Okay.
that makes sense.
Jenks is gonna coat his too.
All right.
Yeah, I can coat mine. Well, no, I did.
In
Never mind.
the,
I'm not gonna coat
coating.
mine.
I'm coating all your. I'm coating all your weapons with my part. That's what I've done.
Okay.
Ready to get.
Okay.
So we're ready to set them on fire.
so just a couple of notes about the Greek fire. The Greek fire is not lit right now. You do not need fire to light it. You just need energy to light it, and that could be any number of different types of energy. You can, drag it along the ground and spark it. You could actually light it. You could hit it really hard on something. Those kinds of things. Just some friction. All of those kinds of things. Yeah, right. Like just the if you're doing it on your hammer, maybe the concussive blast of hitting somebody's face. Those kinds of things are what you need to light it. It will light, and you're going to have a hard time putting it out after it lights. And I'll let you deal with kind of the consequences of putting it out and how to do that when those come up.
It will eventually burn out. Nothing burns forever.
Correct. And then there are a number of other ways to get it to burn out as well.
Yeah, your enemy's blood.
Right. And so
No, it will float on the blood.
so
As it would on water.
so any other things that you folks would like to do to prepare?
I'll say a nice short prayer to dissect.
Okay.
I think Jinx got rid of that chest or threw it in the fire last game. I don't know if that matters.
I don't remember that, but it's possible. Jenks, did you do that?
Yeah, I put it in the fire.
All right.
That might have just been metagaming. I don't know.
We'll get rid of that chest. There you go. It's gone. Anything else?
I mean, we don't need it anymore. We took all our stuff back out of it. So, yeah.
Well, maybe you're gonna hide in it from the lizards.
Yeah. Condovar's gonna move and see if he can position himself on top of this wall here, like in between there. And also he's going to dip, if it's possible, dip 3 arrows into the Greek fire. Vlad, did you want to do the same?
That's totally fine.
Nope.
All right. So, are we all good to go? Ready for the approach?
Yep.
Of impending doom.
Is it too late to cast that ritual with to get Chuck Norris with a BB gun in here?
Yeah, it's probably a little late. That ritual takes an hour to cast.
Should Jenks roll stealth?
You can, yes, if you'd like. We're not in combat yet, but that's fine. I'll let that carry you into combat.
That's a good point. Can I try the same, actually? before we
Sure.
go in?
Looks like Jinx was able to stealth. Are you rolling stealth too, Conover?
Yes. I
Okie
get
dokie.
-2 to my roll because of my chainmail, or is it a disadvantage roll?
It is. You are at disadvantage because of your heavy armor.
Okay, I'll roll it twice.
Oh, you don't have to roll it twice. It'll automatically give you a disadvantage. That's what the second number is. And it looks like you are, as Jenks kind of slinks off into the shadows, you're telling stories about being on the ship and laughing boisterously, and everybody knows exactly where you are.
Yeah, it's a good story, you know. Something worth sharing.
Right. So, all right. Anything else?
Nope. No, I'm good.
Okay, we've got lizard men that we can kind of see their eyeballs. I am
Go ahead, Marella.
I'm going to let out a loud, ululating elven war cry.
Okay.
I am going to try and draw them all.
All right. So it's as you're doing that, a formation of three sets of lizardmen come up and start to pass underneath you. One of them eyeballing you greatly, and walks up and asks who the leader is here. Who's the leader?
Conovar's going to yell at Aurelia to stand back behind Banduru and Norstar.
I can't. I'm up on the wall. I am 10 feet up.
You could jump down if you'd like. I don't think that would be any sort of check that could hurt you or anything like that. You could rather definitely jump down or jump through that tree and come down if you wanted.
I rather like being at this height. They can't easily touch me.
There you
But
go.
I can touch them. I can drop Greek fire on their heads.
Well, there you go. So he inquires once again, who's the leader here?
Who is the leader here?
I think
Kind of up points at Norster.
There you go.
All right.
Norster, you're in
Okay.
charge. Oh, as a quick administrative thing for the audience out there as well, Banduru is being held up currently, so he's under the control of Norster as well. So until Banduru gets back.
Okay, I'll step forward in front of Banduru
Okay.
and just look down at this little puny little lizard person
All right. Sounds good.
and ask him why or who's asking.
And he says, we heard the war bell ring. What's going on here?
We were attacked unceremoniously by your kind. We were held at knife point, dragged to prison, and had to fight our way out of it because we were going to be put to death.
I'm sure that's not what the intent was. They were under very strict orders to keep you contained until we arrived.
We don't know that.
Well, now you
We
do.
had no knowledge whatsoever of. I mean, nobody. If it was going to be a pleasant experience, weapons would not have been drawn upon us.
Condor yells, then why did one of them stab me? And holds up an old wound that's only just recently healed from the last fight. So
yeah.
why did one of them stab me for no apparent reason then?
I'm not sure why one would stab you. I'm gonna stop with the voices because it's hard for my brain to do. I'm not a voice actor like some people. I'm
I'm
not
gonna try and
sure.
persuade them that they attacked first.
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a persuasion save. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum. Or a charisma save. I mean, this should be pretty easy for you to win. Oh, but he is unconvinced. He's like,
Can I hang on before that? I'm looking at his reactions and I'm thinking that didn't go down too well. I'll ensure that it did. Can I re-roll that with my charismatic chainmail bonus?
oh, you absolutely can. Boom, use that item. Hey,
nice.
there you go.
Boom.
And so he looks up with some hesitation, and he's like, he starts to like think out loud, like they wouldn't have. And then he like stops and he thinks, and he's like, well, they aren't the smartest in the world. I suppose things could have gone sideways, but either way, I'm not sure it was. It didn't behoove you to slaughter everyone here. I assume that you've slaughtered everyone here, as I don't see any single lizardmen about, and you guys seem to have free reign over the place.
Yeah, they threw themselves against our weapons multiple times. We
Yeah,
tried to stop them.
They kept jumping off the wall and hitting their heads. It was quite tragic actually.
Where are their bodies?
We put their bodies in the back, and we put their heads out here so we could count them.
Oh, I
They
see.
kept falling off.
I see. There's only 6 here. Where are the other 3?
I yelled down, we gave them a funeral. We cremated them.
Gotcha. Okay. And so he's gonna this guy in the front here is gonna break off, and he's gonna come this way, to where and he sees the flame of burning. Oh, jeez.
Whoa. Okay, as he's getting nearer, I'm just drawing and preparing an arrow with my bow.
Gotcha. Can you roll sleight of hand for me? And we'll go ahead and roll a perception check against that. I'm bad at the alphabet. Perception check. There we go. And so he sees you starting to notch an arrow, and he's like,
I'm just going to say, look, I've been stabbed by one of you already. Sorry if I'm a little nervous, but I am nervous.
okay, go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
Why deception? He's telling the truth.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there you go.
No,
The lie is the stabbing bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
quite deceiving.
But he gets it. And so he goes and he looks at it and he's like, "Why are they burning? We don't burn our dead."
We do. It's to show them respect.
We do. It's respectful.
He kind of mutters under his breath, "How barbaric."
Well, I'm sorry. We were trying to give them a respectful funeral according to our customs. We didn't know what your customs were.
Gotcha.
Sorry, do you like your meat rare as opposed to well done?
There you go. That would provoke a fight right there. All right, and so he says to you folks, would you object to coming to our this ward's primary living mound to talk with our chieftain?
Could you bring your chieftain here?
Yeah, bingo.
Well,
If you heard the war bells, why did your chieftain not come with you? Unless there's subterfuge.
Well, for the same reason that we're reticent to bring him now. He's of great age and great wisdom, but not great agility.
I count quite a few of you. I'm pretty sure you could have carried him if he's such a great leader. do have respect.
We prefer to leave him where he is. I'm authorized to act fully on his behalf, though.
And
go
if you
ahead.
were willing to ask, why didn't you ask the first time? If you had asked us to accompany you politely, instead of trying to drag us, waking us up in the middle of the night,
And stabbing me.
Well,
yes, and stabbing a member of our party, and
we didn't actually. I should make you roll deception again. I swear. We actually we didn't know that you were here. That was actually just a routine patrol, and they're under very strict orders to bring any trespassers here for further interrogation.
I interject. That is, we did not trespass when we were sleeping peacefully in, I guess, what you consider one of your temples, unbeknownst to us, and were
After we
rudely
killed a
awoken
beholder.
at knife point after we dispatched somebody who was defiling your temple. And the thanks we get is being dragged here and thrown in jail. And we're waiting,
And I get stabbed.
and
we got stabbed.
you say that one more time. I'm making you roll a deception again.
Well, I don't know. He's lying. I'm just repeating what he says. I'm not the smartest.
No, he rolled
person
rather
here.
well on that last deception. I'm sure that you're good to go. He responds to you rather tersely that the story is that you were defiling our crypt. There was no evidence of any third party there.
We killed them.
There were jars
Jenks
of...
comes around the corner and says, "I have the damn head," and I pull the demon's head out.
And okay, oh man, what does this do to him? He's very startled, and he jumps back, and he's like, "Who's this?" And he like draws his weapons, and the two guys behind him draw their weapons.
that head is the head of the creature that was defiling your temple.
How do we know that this person was? This is a head that you haven't had this whole time.
We have had it the whole time since
have
the
It's not
fight.
like
had
I
it.
collect heads.
I tried to show it to the other guys, but they didn't want to listen.
Well,
Tell
there.
them to sniff at it and check it for its freshness. It's yet but a day old.
You want to give the head to him, Jinx?
Yeah, I give him the head.
All right. He grabs the head and he sniffs it a little bit, and then he licks it a little bit, and then he takes a little bite out of the cheek, and he chews on it a little bit, and he thinks, and he's like,
Mercer throws up a little bit in his mouth.
and
Be right back. I'm just going to go get some food. I'm hungry now.
yeah, right. He's like, yes, it's pretty fresh. I would say it's probably more like 2 days old. And then he takes the head and he throws it to one of his guys behind him, and they put it in his satchel.
Whoa! I want my head back.
Oh no,
I mean,
no.
I'll hold on to it.
You don't collect heads, remember? You just told him that.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to hold on to it. Safekeeping. It's our
Right.
evidence.
This is our head now. Thanks. No response. Jenks just slinks back into the shadows, moves away.
Well, we can get the head back, Jinx. Don't worry.
Conovar yells, "You said you can speak on behalf of your chieftain,
Yes.
so there's no need for us to accompany you back to the village or to where your chieftain is. Speak on behalf of the chieftain. What do you want?"
Well, he's got some. I mean, I can speak in terms of terms on behalf of the chieftain, but I believe that he has some valuable things to bestow upon you. I'm unclear on what those are or what their significance is, but there's, from what I understand, some items of great power there.
Can I?
I
Can
look over-
Norster take off his left bracer and show him the poem and ask
Also,
him
yeah,
does it
I wanna-
relate to this.
Sure.
I want to look at Vlad
I'll do
and
that.
motion towards him, towards the person speaking. Just to roll insight with me, because we're standing back, we're getting a good look at them all,
Hmm.
just to check body language and see what their intent is.
Sure. Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay, is Vlad, you doing it as well?
No, Vlad looks at you and he says, "I have no idea what you're talking about." He just stands there.
All right. So you rolled a 17 insight. That's enough to. These guys are not particularly, great at speaking, and they're not particularly charismatic, and they're not particularly well spoken, but they are genuine, as near as you could tell.
What
They're
you see is what you get, basically.
Yeah, they're really trying not to kill you right now. They're trying very hard not to get in a fight with you, almost as if that is their orders, which is, like Bossman was like, please get them to come here, please don't kill them. But I mean, if you kill them, I mean that's what we do.
Yeah, I call out to Norster and I'll just give him like a thumbs up, just say go with it, and
Okay.
I'll let him decide.
All right. If you're speaking honorably, then I respect that, and we shall accompany you.
All right, sounds good.
As long as your men put their weapons away and
Sh-
remain and remain in front of us.
Well, we need to keep some people in the back.
We can follow. We know we can follow you as long as we know where we're going.
Uh,
We'll be fine.
all right.
But,
There's some horrors in the swamps. Let me be clear that
horrors?
yeah, that you may.
Horrors.
Oh, horrors! I thought you said horrors. I'm like, what?
Well, those lizard woman horrors.
Did I hear about whores?
Bunduru's back. No fighting yet. These guys managed to talk things down, which is kind of nice. But you probably want to have our escort on most sides of you, as there are things like alligators and such in the swamp. You would think that we'd be friends with them, but they're a bunch of assholes.
These seem like my kind of lizards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Norster concurs.
All right, cool.
But
For the record, if there's one that's called lifts her tail, I'm all over that.
Yeah, have you met a lifts her tail at some point? Please tell the story, Conovar.
It's the lusty Argonian maid,
Oh, God.
or the lizard maid I've been told so much about whilst travelling on ships.
Gotcha. Lifts her tail.
all right, you can give Bundur back control of his character unless he already has it.
I think you guys both have control of it.
Yeah, I'll just close up his
Yeah.
character sheet then.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull that out. No more MX. Boom. There we go. All right. So what we're gonna do?
Alright. I will climb down, and I am going to stand beside Norster.
All right, that sounds good. All the while the lizard men are kind of holding their blade and watching you, expecting you to attack at any moment. They've heard. As you're kind of talking with them freely now, they convey that they've heard stories about you folks slaughtering their kind for a number of days now. They're quite afraid of you. All right. Anybody else want to do anything before we start to move through the swamp?
Yeah,
Really, you speak Orcish, don't you?
Give
Who
me a
does?
moment. I need to double check which languages I speak besides.
One other
I know
of us
human
speak
and
Orcish,
Elven
pretty
off
sure.
the top of my head.
Vlad speaks Orcish.
And why are you asking about Orcish?
Okay, I'm just I'm gonna in Orcish. I couldn't remember who it was. I thought it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say to Vlad, in Orcish, just basically means do not trust him too much just yet. Keep an arrow ready.
Not lots of U's and K's in what you're saying.
I think he's speaking Klingon.
Okay,
So
in Orcish, I'm gonna say to JT, means I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm
Just
doing.
Common and Elvish are the only languages I speak.
All right, so Vlad and Conovar are speaking in Orcish. That's fine. These guys seem to pay no mind. So as you guys are kind of collecting here and breaking down camp, of course, we're gonna set up a train here formation. A bunch of folks kind of come out along, and sorry, this guy here, he actually disappears out into the swamp for a little bit and comes back, and he finds a little skiff or a canoe that you folks can ride on should you choose.
Jinx gets in.
Oh, you bitch.
There we go. It did not size correctly. There we go. So we can fit 3 of you in that canoe.
How many
Carnival
canoes
goes
are
in
there?
There's just the one. They didn't plan ahead particularly well for a party of your size, but 3 of you can be in the canoe at any given time.
Yeah, I think I need Carnival
I
in the canoe.
think the shortest people should be in the canoe.
Or the
I want
heaviest.
the one who
consider
actually knows how to do the canoeing, in case we have to.
Is it Bandura
Commandeer the
that's
canoe.
elf or Norster?
Yeah, but I can only take. Only 3 of us can get
That's
in.
fine.
So
That-
a lot of
that's
us are
fine.
gonna have to get left behind with some of these lizard people. I'm
So
sure.
Conovar, Jinx, Bundyver.
Can
Since he
I ride
has
on the
tiny
lizard
legs.
shoulders? Can I ride on the lizard shoulders?
Why would Bandura go in the canoe?
Because I'm 4 foot tall.
Yeah, in case the water gets
Okay,
deep.
before I get in the canoe, is Jinx? Are you stealth?
No, not anymore. I just came out and gave the guy a head.
Alright, no worries. I see you slink back behind the wall. I wasn't sure whether you
You
were
gave him
stealth or
what? I missed this.
The
Uh,
demon
I-
head.
you gave him the
The
demon head
demon
from the
head.
demon they killed.
Oh,
Jinx
I thought you
gave a
said-
lizard head.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Yiggity.
All right, and so they're gonna progress more or less in this formation
okay.
around you folks.
Yeah, I don't mind doing a couple of trips. I can take someone across, or just or give someone. Yeah, I'll do a couple of trips if I have to. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure we can make it across there just fine.
Okay, you can also leave people here too if you want, or you can have people accompany alongside. Maybe the lighter folks. I'm not sure that you have too many light folks in this party, but Conovar being a light person, Vlad being a light person, Jenks being a light person.
Jinx is in the canoe waiting.
Jenks is in the canoe. Banduru is in the canoe. There's room in the canoe for 1 more.
Yep. All right. Who else?
Carnival.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Conovar,
motion
you're
to
the,
the Conovar
you're the
and
most
Tell him to get in the canoe.
familiar with the boat. You'd
I
be
am,
the
sure.
most.
Make sure the
Conovar's doesn't want to leave Aurelia behind. I know that much.
Well, I mean, you folks could travel with the canoe as well. You just won't be.
I'll just walk behind the canoe.
All right, sounds good.
I'll just walk on the leaves.
So let's go ahead and,
Right,
and
okay.
set a formation here for how you're going to go through the swamp. You're going to go out east through the swamp.
I don't know. We're following these guys.
Oh no, I'm sorry. There was probably a little bit of sound on my voice that made it sound like that was a question. You're going east into the swamp, and you've got just this formation of 5 in the front here, and then you're going to have some folks following up behind you, like this. Conovar is going to be in the.
For the record, if we're walking at the moment, the easiest thing to do with the canoe is lift it upside down and carry it on our heads, like a massive umbrella sort of thing.
It's in the
That's
water
what
right
we
now.
Yeah, but
That's how you
Bandura will
do it.
still drown.
Yeah, right. Unless you're all squatting and go down underwater with it.
Oh, is this water here then?
Yeah, it's all water. The only real high
no
point
worries.
was where this the temple was, that you slaughtered all the innocent young guardsmen.
Yeah, okay.
Innocent.
Well, Conovan needs to be at the back then to steer the.
Innocent
Small
my
vessel.
mace.
All right.
So Jenks, scooch forward.
Jenks is like, I'm sitting in the back. F you.
I mean, you row from the middle.
True story. Yeah, this is not a ship.
He's trying to be as close to Aurelia as he
Yeah,
can.
no. But you steer from the back.
All right, so you
And you
guys.
steer with
Person at the
the
back gives the
you steer
command.
with the oars.
Canoe.
Yes, that I actually do canoe in real life than whitewater raft. You get more control at the back. That's where a more experienced person would be.
He's right about that.
The lizard men are like, we don't know how to use this thing. We don't use canoes. What are you,
I
crazy?
tell the lizard men to pull the boat.
That works. And one of them just slaps their hand down on it and starts to pull. And you
Conovan
guys,
quickly stamps his foot down over a hole
No,
where a
God,
bit of
don't.
water was beeping through.
MX thought you were gonna stomp on his fingers.
Yeah, I was like, oh god.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was about to pull Conover off the canoe.
All right. So you guys start to move through the swamps, basically, and you start to you're kind of moving through, and there's the occasional you look off into the distance and you see like an alligator head pop up or whatever, or you see a lizardman reach to grab his sword and start to maybe think about getting ready for combat or something like that. You can tell that these folks are really uneasy in this swamp. Like the woods near the strand are extremely wild, and there's trolls and bears and all of those kinds of things. But these swamps are a special kind of untamed as you're kind of moving through them. And can everybody do me a favor and roll a perception check? Look at that, Jenks with the crit success.
Jackpot.
Jackpot. All right.
Concentrating on steering the boat by the looks of it.
All right. So, as you are moving through the swamp, Bundooroo, Jenks, and Norster, you notice probably about an hour in or so, ahead of you, there is a giant pyre of smoke coming up from the landscape. You're not quite sure if it's a swamp or if it's the mountains behind, and so there's basically maybe a fire. Not quite sure. Is there anything you'd like to do about that?
I'd like to ask the lizards where that smoke is coming from.
All right, so you tap the guy to your well, I didn't put one.
Whoever
Here.
I was
Front
talking
left.
to.
Yeah, front left, front.
This guy shifted back towards you. You tap him on the shoulder, and he looks over at you and snarls and grabs his sword, and he's like, "What?
Where is that fire coming from? Or the smoke?
What fire?"
The smoke.
Point
Or-
at it to him.
I'll point.
Point it out to him.
He's like, oh shit, and so he starts to talk to the lizard men around him in a language that you guys don't discern. Does anybody here know Draconic, by the way?
Not me.
No Draconic
I mean,
out there?
I could take it right now if I
Celestial.
wanted to.
You can take it right now if you wanted to.
I mean, I forgot.
So
You-
just read a couple of tree leaves and.
I'm not going to let you learn a language on the fly in a canoe.
We're only 10 games in, so.
Yeah, right. All right, so none of you understand what they're saying to each other. There's a lot of kind of guttural G's and hisses in there, but he starts. The rest of them start to get riled up, and they start to basically double time. And the one that's pulling the boat just lets go. He forgets about it. So the boat kind of comes to a stop. And then the rest of them are advancing through the water away from you. just kind of completely forgetting that you exist. What would you like to do?
Jenks is going to tell Norster to push the boat.
Yeah, we stop paddling.
All right. So no.
Can we tell the group to grab whoever's in the water? Just tell them to grab hold of the side of the back, or just as leverage. I presume we'll start paddling through the water after them.
Yeah.
Do you want to follow them, or do you want to?
Yeah, we're following them.
Might as well.
Something's panicked them.
Yeah, and it's up to you. They seem to know about your tattoo and stuff, so.
Well, JT
do you
never
want
got
to
back
learn
to me
more,
about
or what?
What was that?
JT never got back to me about that.
Oh, he saw it. He didn't say anything to you. The insight there is that he knew something about it, but wasn't quite sure.
All right. Well, we'll follow them. I
Okay.
guess we'll try to get the canoe moving as best as we can through the swamp.
All right, that sounds good. So you folks are you're moving through the swamp, and they're moving much faster than you. They're moving about 4 times faster than you can.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're moving through what is considered difficult terrain. You're basically pulling or pushing. Carnivar is basically oaring you guys. The water is much deeper than you would have thought a swamp would be. It's much over your head. Nobody's feet here are touching the bottom. As a matter of fact, Norster is having a very hard time keeping up. It's a good thing that he's holding on to the side of the boat. Otherwise, his heavy armor would make him sink. And
Yeah, I'm holding on too.
Yeah.
I'd be in the same predicament, I suspect.
Vlad is kind of deftly moving through the trees and such as he does, but when he reaches a section of water that he just can't go through, he has to basically swim and then catch his breath and then move along. And so you folks are moving along through the swamp. Do you just want to beeline it for that fire, or do you want to, tuck tail and run, or what would you like to do?
Beeline it to the fire.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
These pathetic little lizards might need our help after all.
All right, that sounds good.
They scooted off in front, but they said there was danger. I've got a passive perception of 10. I'll just keep that in mind as we're traversing.
You can. That's probably about the lowest passive perception that you can have. The most difficulty checks are 12.
I'm just looking around, singing a little ditty,
Indeed, playing a good a lute that you found once.
Sing us a sea shanty.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how to determine passive perception.
It's your passive perception is basically just 8 plus your modifier.
Don't you have a fishy on a little fishy? Don't you have a fishy when the boats come in?
There you go. You pull out your fishing pole and start fishing. All right. So as you're moving through the swamp, you basically are moving. You see various alligators here and there, and as a matter of fact, some of the alligators come up to you and they start to attack you, but none of them are particularly difficult for you folks to dispatch. Kind of along the way, you figure basically, like just doing some mental trigonometry and stuff like that. You figure you're probably about an hour away from the Smoky Mound, and you're beginning to hear what sounds like the rather uncivilized sounds of battle, war cries, war horns, those kinds of things, and possibly some very bassy drums and those kinds of things. Can you folks roll perception for me?
I think I can deter most of them with little zaps of sacred flame on their snout.
Right. Yeah, they're alligators. They're not intelligent. They kind of move about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you zap them on the snout, they'll back
I'm
off.
still just singing a ditty, and I think Jenks has joined in with me, Dance to your
Jenks
mama,
is
sing
napping.
to your father, dance to your mama when the boats come in.
They're you're starting to draw them in. You almost feel like so. As you're kind of moving through the swamp here, you notice Aurelia and Bunduru and Vlad that there are things moving along with you behind the trees, maybe out 20, 30 feet. Is there anything?
Tree line.
What's that?
Heads up, we got company.
Yep,
So
there.
the tree line.
Not quite sure what, but we got company.
Yeah, there isn't really a tree line. You're in the trees, but you're talking like they aren't coming closer than 20 or 30 feet at any given time, and so you advance like that a little bit. I'll give you the choice to do stuff. I'm just going to give you a little bit of terrain update. It's gotten a little bit less swampy around here, and it seems like here and there are boards between little islands of land occasionally and those kinds of things. And so, the terrain is just shifted ever so slightly. It looks a little bit more civilized than normal.
Should we get out and walk? That'd be best. And if we do, would the boat fit in the bag of holding? Please say it does.
How big is that thing? That thing's 10 feet wide. The bag of holding is 64 inches across around the top, right? So I don't think that would fit it.
What if I sort of position it spear pointed down on top of Gents and then sort of jump on the top?
I think it's
try
about
and hammer it in.
I think it's about twice as wide. Actually, no, it's only 5 feet wide, isn't it? Yes. So theoretically, you could fit a canoe in.
How much does it weigh?
4 inches is big enough for a 5 foot wide object to fit into.
Yeah, that's so ostensibly it might. Oh, actually, 5 feet wide is 60 inches.
It's
Yeah.
60 inches.
Yeah, but how much does the
64
boat
inches.
weigh?
You've got some room.
Right. Oh, right. Because you can only put 100 pounds worth of stuff in there, right?
500.
Oh,
Yeah,
500.
a bag of holding can hold 500, so I
It's a
reckon.
boat made of balsa wood.
No. You would be able to fit
Probably
it in
about
there.
120 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking 100 pounds. So you can definitely fit that in there.
All right, put it in.
All right, there you go.
Can we pull like Pirates
Okay,
of the Caribbean and walk with it under it?
You
I
totally.
really did not expect that to happen.
No, we
happy.
want our hands free.
There
We
you
want
go.
our hands free.
All right, so you folks get out of the boat. Let me go ahead and move you on to the next area. We're gonna have let me get our audience all set here. You can more or less you can survey this entire area and see it. I'll let you folks position yourselves anywhere you would like, kind of in the middle left of this map. See, I forgot Aurelia. There we go. I am going to darken up just a little piece of this. Actually, I don't need to. Nah, we're fine. All right. Oh, I didn't drop your characters out. I apologize. So there you go. You can put yourself anywhere on the middle left of this map that you would like. Oh.
Is that image? There we go.
Yeah, a sort of dimension door in between existences. I mean.
That's how that works. I had that on the wrong layer. So there you go. I'll let you position yourselves anywhere you would like on the kind of left side of the map. Let's go ahead and I'll draw a shape here for you. Anywhere kind of in here.
I'm not on there.
Oh, Vlad, you cease to exist.
Can I pull Aurelia out of the water next to me?
Sure.
Wow, how many of me are there?
Oh, that's why there was only one of Vlad or none of Vlad. I pulled you twice, Mister. And when I counted, I was like, oh yeah, there's 6. We're good. All right. So
Myrella, you're next to me.
and you guys still have free motion right now. Is there anything specific you would like to do? You do know that there's some folks lurking in the trees.
Jenks wants to stealth.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Can we see how far we are from that fire? Like, is that like over the hill or?
You can. You're probably you're a good 15-minute run out. Probably more like 30 minutes as a walk. And what's that in miles? Like maybe a half mile or so.
Okay. Kind of, I was gonna very carefully slide one of these swords out of his scabbard, and just feel along the blade. Is the Greek fire still slick on it, or anything?
Yes.
Okay. He carefully slides it back in and lets the rest of the group know that to be careful when withdrawing their weapons, in case it might just self-combust on them.
All right. Sounds good.
I have a mace. It doesn't have a scabbard or anything like that.
Gotcha. So you guys are weapons at the ready. Here you go. Just for those of you that rolled those good perception checks, you're going to want to kind of pay attention to here and here and over here. And so that's for those of you out in the world. That's here, here, and here.
So who's in front? The rest of the party will just follow suit with Vlad, me, Jenks at the sort of back, really in between, and I presume Bundur, you up with Norster?
Yeah, but they said there's something going on up here also, so we probably should maybe split. We can't come together at the bottom though. That's the only problem.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be careful about moving too fast because the
We need to go the way
Banduru can
Banduru's
only
going
move
anyways.
25 feet. He can't move 30 like the rest of us.
Well, if Bundur is out in front, he rolled the best perception, so you lead the way, mate, and we'll follow.
And do you guys want to take any kind of action right now while you kind of have the awareness?
Just
Yeah,
have
I'm
my
just,
weapon out and ready.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
likewise. I'm just bringing out my weapons.
That sounds good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have everybody roll initiative, but with advantage. Specifically, Aurelia, Boondle, and Vlad, you get advantage. And the rest of you don't get advantage, but you get to position yourselves anywhere you would like.
So just roll initiative twice. Pull the best.
You got it. Oh, shit. And I need to put the initiative order up because I'm terrible at
Not
my
taking that.
life. Yeah, right? The old crit fail.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
I'll roll that again, you know.
So do I get to roll it twice or just once?
Let me look at your roll for perception. You only get it once.
5, yeah.
So I have you all up here.
Yep.
I have to do this
Me
manually
and
because I didn't.
Bundur don't know anything that's going on right now.
Well, Banduru knows what's going on. He just can't quite get his stuff ready. So you got an 11, Banduru,
Yeah.
which is
he's,
what you already had. Jenks got a 11, which is what he already had. Aurelia got a, and you rolled high on your perception. You can roll a second time if you'd like to try for something higher than 14, Aurelia. Norster is at 13. Oh, this did pick it all up. We're in great shape here. All right, that didn't work out. Don't worry, you don't lose it. We're going to go ahead and
Good.
set you to 14. And Vlad got a 18, looks like. And Conovar got a 3.
I got a critical fail. Yeah, I'm chasing after a butterfly.
There you go. And so I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative here really quick.
Oh, JT was much bold enough to stealth.
It is.
I'm going to yell at him to, Conover, that's a nice gesture, but leave the butterfly alone, please.
It's not my good friend.
It's a nice little butterfly.
All right, there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll. There we go. Ooh, wow, 2
See,
crits.
the cheats are activated.
Cheats activate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Unfortunately, you aren't quite sure what these things are yet. Let me go ahead and pull their tokens though.
Yeah,
Or
JT,
green
is there a
lizards.
way for you to hide rolls if you want? Because
Yes.
we already know we're facing 4 creatures now, so that sort of kills the RP side of things.
Well, you can see them. I wouldn't have rolled if you couldn't see them.
Okay, I'll just keep in mind that I can't see shit. I'm chasing after this butterfly.
More
Yep.
green lizards, little bastards.
Looks like a frog.
Kind
So
of look like the guy from X-Men. Oh, what's his name?
Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler.
Yeah. So there's 1 south. There's 2 on this island and 1 on the island to the right.
All right, so there you go. This is what you're looking at, and they rolled. Let me just get them into the initiative order here. Okay, good. I just closed it. That's it. I'm just going to number them because you don't know what they are. I don't want you guys to be able to look them up. And so we're going to just call them 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because everybody can count. There we go. And we'll go ahead and enter. I know that I got 2 22s in there.
And a 9 and a 19.
9 and a 19. So there you go. Go ahead and hit enter, and we'll do this descending. There you go. So 3 of them are going to go before you folks get to go, which is totally fine. You guys can't see my monster manual over here too, right?
That I can
okay, we're
think
good.
that they could be.
JT, put that back. I was reading it.
Yeah,
no,
right, exactly.
I can't see your monster manual. What page are you on?
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. So I just use. I don't think you can see the title of what it is. I have a very nice picture of what it is, though.
Poison lizards.
Oh, indeed. All right. So what we're gonna do is number 2. Let me go ahead and number them on the map so that we know that there's no shenanigans. We'll go ahead and call this guy 2. Oh, and I need to make it so that everybody can see. This is pretty spread out layout. Let's go ahead and move this up here. Let me look in OBS just to make sure. It's kind of tough to get this in a place where we can fit everything on the screen together. I'm just gonna retcon this guy's position here up onto the edge of this water for the sake of the audience. And so we'll call him 1. We'll call this guy down at the bottom.
One question. Are they more frog toad-like or are they more humanoid?
Whew, that's a good question.
You have to roll for that one. Yeah.
There are a whole lot of neither.
Okay. The demons.
They have tails. They're extremely spiky. They've got all these spikes coming up off of them. It looks like it could be painful to wrestle with them.
Horny toads.
Something like that, except for not at all toad-like. They are bipedal. They have long arms. They only have 3 claws on their feet and on their hands, and no real thumbs or anything like that. So they're not used to manipulating tools, seemingly. That kind of stuff.
So basically, just 4 lots of my ex-girlfriend, basically.
Yeah, something like that.
The bullywug.
Yeah, we're totally getting TPK'd here.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
We should have got bullfrog, because it's just giant bullfrog people.
So, whoops, I clicked something wrong. That's good though. Did I click that wrong? Ignore that last hit. All right. So what's going to happen here is 2 is up first, right? He's going to move up 1. Well, actually, he's going to move back here a little bit, and he's going to. He kind of like coalesces his hands together, and
just to let you know, 2 isn't numbered, and I can't see 3 numbered either. Is that the same for anyone else?
I may have not clicked. No, I clicked the thing to make.
I can see 3, not 2.
Okay, so I might not have made that visible to you. There we go. Now can you see it?
Yep.
All right, awesome. So basically, this guy starts to like coalesce a ball of fire together, and puts it together and comes at Bunduru with kind of like a fireball attack like that. And there you go. He rolls a 20 versus AC. Did that?
19.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And so he does 4 flame damage to Bunduru. And then as he's like blasting that fireball against you, he blasts another one at you. Rolls 14 against your AC. Probably does not hit, right? Against that 19.
No.
All right.
No, yeah.
So there you go. We're gonna move on to 1 here, who's also gonna do the same thing. He's gonna try to capture Norster as he's just about to cross that bridge there. Rolls a 24 against AC.
21.
Does 9 flame damage.
Good lord.
and then 16 against AC, and then that fireball just kind of erupts on your armor, but doesn't really do anything.
I'm thinking these are not bullywugs. Bullywug would not have spikes
Or flames. This guy
or flames.
This guy moves.
These might be slod.
They move forward just a little bit. This guy moves forward a little bit. Takes a blast at a couple blasts at Banduru, and rolls an 8. Nothing there, but rolls a 22 against your AC and does 8 flame damage.
Oh shit.
And after that, I think we're on to Vlad's turn. Is Vlad here?
Harambe.
Oh, it's your turn.
What's going on?
Banduru and Norse are getting hammered by fire.
Alright, let's go ahead and let's take a shot at number 4.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. All right, and that hits, so go ahead and give me damage. All right, 4 piercing damage against number 4, you said, correct?
Right.
All right. Done. All right. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move towards Jinx,
Okay,
and then I'll end right there.
that sounds good. All right. And then we've got Aurelia. What would you like to do?
Sacred fire on number 1.
All right, that sounds good. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. Or no, I have to give you a dex saving throw, don't I?
Yes, dex saving throw.
All righty then, I can do that. $19 versus 13. So you take that, you wind up that blast and out across the water. It streaks across the water. You can see its reflection in the murky swamp water, and it just kind of blasts the tree behind it. He just dodges deftly out of the way. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Wow.
Nothing else?
No, that's it.
All right, Norser, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to move to 3.
All right, that makes sense to me.
What
Just
is
kinda
the
like-
distance here?
So you were there 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could probably move 3 more.
Yeah, you can make it. I was going to do the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, you should be fine. No difficult terrain or anything in your way on the 6 there. All right, cool. And you're gonna roll an attack against him. All right, let's do it.
That hits.
All right, that hits for 10 damage against 3. All right, let's do that. There we go. We're in good shape there. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Yes, I'm going to do
Bopped him on the head.
my
Sorry, just to retcon. Does he get flame damage on top of that? Because the Greek fire you said was still slick on the weapons?
Yep, he could, yes. As a bonus action, you can utter a vow of enmity against a creature you can see within 10 feet of you. Using your channel divinity, you gain advantage on attack rolls against the creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious.
Yep,
Alright,
so number 3.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark him with like a dot of some kind. We'll go ahead and call it this pink dot here. He is marked. There you go. And sure, if Carnivar had suggested, do you want to bring up flame damage?
Okay, and that's on was it roll what?
It's a 1d6 extra flame damage. Oh, snap. There you go. With the 6. All right. So you did an extra.
Total 16.
Yep. Total 16 damage to number 3 there. Good job. All right. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
I've already done my movement, action, and bonus, so I'm done.
All right. Sounds good. So we're going to move on to Bunduru. What would you like to do?
Seeing as number 2 hit me with a damn flame spell, I'm gonna run up to him and I'm gonna smack him with my greatsword.
That sounds good. Go ahead and roll damage for me. All right, and you rolled a 16 against AC. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
11.
All right, and that was against 2, correct? Yep, that's against
Yes.
2. 2 for 11. All right, we got it recorded. You go and you just whoosh, swing down with that.
Sorry, everyone with melee weapons has basically got that Greek fire on their weapons, so when you hit, you're basically going to get that 1d6 damage.
Indeed. If you'd like to roll 1d6, you can.
Why not? 3.
All right, well, 3 is reasonable. Make sure you
And then
remind me
I'm
about that.
I'm gonna turn and look at 4 and I'm gonna be like, your ass is next since you hit me for more damage.
Woof. There you go. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
That'll be all.
All right, sounds good.
You don't
Jen-
have the vow either, Bunduru?
I don't believe so because I don't have vengeance.
Oh, that's right. You're not vengeance like I am.
which is why he can walk away from a fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I know.
All right, Jenks, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move right there.
All right, sounds good. You were you stealth? You were stealth. Were
No,
you?
I didn't. I wasn't stealth.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're there. What would you like to do there?
Tickle his backside.
Going to attack. Since we're flanking, I don't need to be stealth.
Correct. You get your sneak attack no matter what, plus some fire damage.
But I don't hit.
That does not hit. You just kind of take a swipe at him, but you were too busy getting into position, so you couldn't quite pull it off.
And now I'm going to roll the stealth.
All right, sounds good. Give me a stealth roll. Looking up the perception here. Yeah, you're fine. You're stealthed. All right. So it's number 3's turn. 3 spins around and just hisses very primordially at Norster. And he takes 3 attacks at Norster.
2 hit.
2 hit the 24 and the 23, right?
Mhm.
So you take 8 damage and 11 damage. So
Dear Lord.
19 damage altogether.
No, one of them's not 8.
What?
Because that's from the crit.
Yeah, he critted. It was a 24. Or oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. He didn't have advantage. You are correct. 15 damage he did to you. It's a storm of claws and tails. Because of your heavy armor, you only take
Oh shit, that was -3.
Yep. You only take, and that's on each hit. So you took 1 and 8, so for 9, basically.
Yeah.
So not so bad.
9?
Yep, just 9.
Oh crap. Okay, so I was at. Yeah. That makes it. I said it right now.
All right. Good to go. All right, Conovar, you're up.
Yeah, lovely. The butterfly got away, so I'm back in the fight. What's all this? What's all this here? Is that just brush? Is that
Yeah,
just,
it's considered difficult terrain all up in there.
Right. Okay.
So which means it basically means you take double movement as you're moving into that square.
Yeah, that's fine. Can I use my 30 spaces and jump down into the water? Yeah.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could make it to about here.
Okay. Oh, if I jump down, okay. What if I went around? I should be able to get to where Norster is, but and then I just hop.
You
there
would.
instead?
No, you would
Yeah,
be.
if you follow the planks.
Yeah, if you follow the planks, you would be about. If you went either way, you would be about 1 square away from that guy.
All right, no worries. I'll pick that up next turn. Then, if you don't mind me doing that.
Sure,
I'll
you could.
move to here for the moment.
Sure, you can also dash if you'd like. It means you wouldn't be able to attack, but you'd be able to dash.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I've still got
You should dash and get behind him.
Do you
That
know
way
what? Yeah.
Norster will have flanking.
Do you know what? I'm gonna try and yeah, but then we're right out of the fight. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna use my dash action to see if I can get across here.
1, 2,
That's
3,
okay,
4,
behind number 1.
5, 6. Yep, that would. You could totally do that.
Okay, gorgeous. I'm gonna burn an action surge then and attack him twice.
All right, that sounds great. Go ahead and give me that roll. Oh, the crits! Boom! For 8 damage. There you go. And then go ahead and give
I'm
us.
just gonna roll a d6 for the fire on that as well.
Yep, that sounds great. We're talking 8 versus 1. All right. It's funny, you guys attack these guys in numeric descending order. Go ahead and give me your second attack
lovely.
as well.
Yep, with my offhand. So that's longsword offhand. There you are.
Unfortunately, 9 does not hit, but that crit made up for it. So we're looking at, what is that, 12 off of his hit points. There we go. All right.
Yeah, that'll conclude my turn for the moment.
Sounds great. Okay, and that brings us back to the top of the round. We've got 2 right in front of Bunduru. He's going to take 2 claw swipes and a tail at Bunduru, only one of which hits, I believe, which is his tail, which does 8 piercing damage to him. And then we're going to move over to 1 here, which is right in front of Conovar, and he turns around and he hisses, and he just goes to give you a hug. And what I mean by that is a hug of claws and tails. Rolls a crit with his tail, does 12 piercing damage.
Yeah, only the tail hits.
Yep, so you take 12 piercing damage as he kind of like jumps up on you and gives you the love hug of claw and tail. And so then we've got number 4 here, who is going to spin up. He takes an action and he just kind of prays to himself a little bit, and you can just see fire blasting out from him. It's almost like he's going Super Saiyan. He's just like, and he is now just a ball of barbs and flame. And that's all he does for that turn. We're out to Vlad.
Alright, I'm gonna try to shoot number 4 again.
Alright. Roll a 23. You hit. Go ahead and give me that longbow damage. You do 8 piercing damage to him. Alright. And did you remind me, did your weapon have fire on it?
He refused.
No.
Oh. Alright, so you do that 8 piercing damage. There you go.
What do you say? What happened?
8 piercing damage you've done to number 4 there. He just
What
kind
were
of.
you saying about?
Oh, the fire. I thought you had fire on your bow, but I forgot you refused. Alright, so there you go. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
No, that's it.
Alright, let's move on to Aurelia. What would you like to do?
I'm going to move first.
Alrighty.
5. That should be 25. And that looks like rough terrain, so I'm going to skip moving any further. And I'm going to try and Sacred Flame him.
Alright, sounds good. Go ahead and roll. I'll roll a dexterity save for you. And he failed that, so you're going to give me 1d8 damage, correct?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll that up for me. And this is against number 1, you said, correct? Yeah, so...
Yes.
Oh, 1 damage.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. Alright.
It's rather damp here. It sparked. That was
Raise
about
up
it.
your sacred flame damage. You always hit the critical fails on that.
Sacred Sparks. You, as you're kind of aiming at him, not only do you kind of fail a little bit of the spell, not so much that it legit failed.
I got used to smacking those crocodiles and alligators with it, and I forgot to put the full force
Right.
behind it.
I think you need to talk to Dianshek and tell her to up her game.
Maybe she's a little upset right now that you guys have been killing innocent lizardmen.
They're not innocent.
Innocent my arse. Alright, well done, you just triggered us all again.
Triggered! Luckily, even though you shot those sacred sparks at him, he didn't even try to dodge you because he's too busy in grappling with Conovar, so no big deal. Alright, so Norster, you are up. What would you like to do?
Attack number 3 again with advantage.
All right, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. You wind up that mace, just baseball batting at him.
Oh!
Boom! That crit for 9 damage against 3.
Let me do. Oh crap! Let me do.
Plus
a
the fire damage from the Greek fire.
Plus the fire damage. Go ahead and give me a 1d6. You notice as...
Sorry, JT.
Yep.
Because the fire damage is just a roll, it isn't a modifier or anything, it's just a dice roll. Doesn't that get added on with crit as well? So you'd roll that
No.
the 1d6.
No, that's not how that works. The crits are only on weapon damage, not modifiers. So that's 12. Hold on, 82. Okay, so.
Oh, good lord.
Oh shit! I just said it out loud, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Whoops. So also you notice you take you as you hit it with your mace. You notice that the fire is starting to wane on it. You've maybe got 1 or 2 hits left with that Greek fire. All right, Norster, you're done, or would you like to do something else?
Let's see what I have in my bag of bonus actions here.
My bag of bonus actions. There you go.
Let me see. Crap.
What are you doing, Banduru?
I think Norster's still. It's still Norster's turn. He's.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just trying to
It's
think.
still Northford? Okay.
We have none. Did we recover any spells from our last encounter at all?
None of your
just had a short
dailies.
rest.
Yeah, you just had the short rest.
Isn't your
Short
cure
rest.
wounds or something a bonus? Aren't you?
Well, I'm
No.
just trying to think if my branding strike or branding smite was a something I can recover.
No, it's a spell slot, so you only recover them after a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That.
You would have cantrips. Cantrips
but
are
I-
unlimited usage.
I don't have paladins. Really, don't have anything cantrip wise.
Divine Smite. Should be able to use it.
Well, see, I don't have divine smite. I have branding smite. You have the divine smite.
Yeah, because that's a cantrip for me. I could use that technically all I want, but it's
What?
not really good against anything. Well, wait, are these a fiend?
You could try it on him and
Wait,
figure
we
it out.
have a divine smite? I didn't even know that.
Let me check for you, but I'm pretty sure.
I thought that came with our because I'm vengeance. You're
I'll be right back, guys, since Norster's busy, and it's going to be a while before it gets back to me.
I actually think this is a good time while Norster's figuring out the kind of the tail end of his turn. Let's take a quick bio break. It is 9:30,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
and we'll go ahead and continue in about 5 minutes.
Gods, deities, beings of supreme knowledge and wisdom, kindness and wrath. Are they fathers and mothers to mortal beings, ready to love and scold, guide and mould lives? Or are they simply children themselves playing with amphitheatres? Sheo is no exception. You would be thought incredibly unlucky to catch the attention of this one. Mischievous and tricksy of nature, easily bored, sates his lust for excitement, meddling with the lives of mortal and lesser beings. It is at such a time Sheo brings together 6 strangers to unite them as one party. Now, is this an act of impulse to amuse himself? Or is it an act of greater importance? Will Sheo prove to be a loving father or mother, or simply a child playing with his new toys? My mother Eshrel was an elven druid skilled in herbs and medicines. My father was Jathiah, the human commander of Lord Melchiah's forces. When I was maybe 6 or so, Lord Melchiah tasked them with finding the source of several vicious attacks on local farmers and woodsmen. Rumours spoke of undead roaming the land instead of laying peacefully in their graves. Fortunately, they never returned. After several months, my mother's people shipped me off to my Uncle Hodor to be raised. Uncle Hodor, unfortunately, knew nothing of elven ways, or even raising daughters. He was too busy training his own sons to become warriors, and I was thrown right in with them. I endured bumps, bruises, and broken bones right along with them all. It was 3 years later when news reached us of my parents' fate. They'd been killed and eaten by ghouls. Burning hatred for the undead took root in my heart that day. As I continued to train in the martial arts, I discovered I had a gift for healing, and soon lessons with the local clerics was added along with my other duties. I am Aurelia Braveheart, and on the night of my 16th birthday I left my uncle's home and set out on my own to try and do something about the attacks plaguing human and demi-human alike in my own little piece of the world. Conovar, son of Conovar, grew up in the coastal village of Sandhaven. Conovar was used to a life at sea, waking every morning at sunup to farm the sea with his father in their little fishing skiff. It was at the age of 14 Con and his father were caught in a tragic storm. Con's father was thrown from the vessel, disappearing into the chaos that was the sea rolling in on itself. For 2 days, Conovar battled against the fury of the elements, getting cast out into the vastness of the ocean. Exhausted and near death, the beaten skiff was sighted by a preying vessel. Pirates. Captain Hoik, with admiration to his fighting spirit, took Conovar into his crew of buccaneers, giving him his crew name, Storm Rider. 5 years of merriment and scandalous behaviour, Conovar finally manages to buy his way out of the services of Captain Hoik and departs the ship and crew next time they make port. With the plan of buying a ship and crew of his own, he will not hesitate to do anything good or evil to come by the coin. It was not at the young age of 13 that stolen armour, Orstich, and entering a jousting tournament that garnered Norster folk hero status in his village. No, it was unseating a tournament's reigning champion at the first pass, whilst riding the same stolen ostrich. Now, most would have agreed that theft of any kind is bad, but Norster stole from the Baron himself, and under normal circumstances, meant death. But in attendance that fateful day was the Baron himself, most amused that it was upon his ostrich this young troublemaker had won the day. So instead of prison or worse, death, Norster was sent to the monastery Serpenthelm as a punishment, and in hopes that the clerics there could turn this young man's life around. Norster at first thought this a punishment worse than death, but given time, Norster actually felt that this was his calling. So strong the sense and place of duty that he quickly turned to the life of a paladin. A miracle, it seems, as if bestowed upon him by Dian Shekt herself. The 5 years in the monastery seemed to pass in an instant. Norster eventually took the name of the monastery upon his own when he left at the age of 18. Now it was Norster Serpenthelm's turn to help others who could not otherwise help themselves. And 8 years later, he finds himself sitting in a tavern with 5 complete strangers. Born in the far western mountains, Banduru Bornanvil grew up during a time of great strife for his dwarven people. A war had stretched on for decades between the Druga and Banduru's people that threatened to destroy his homeland. Born to a family of military heroes, he grew up to carry on his family's proud tradition. He and his brother led the dwarven forces to push the Druga back to the brink of their own lands.
There we go. Thank you, sir. Sorry for the lack of sound there for a little bit. We're back here. Don't worry, we were only talking about the fight that's happening right now. JT crit that stuff. Anyway, can you explain what you were? So we had Conovar. He just tripped this guy. Managed to do that rather deftly, and then took a swing at him with his offhand and missed. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna wrap back around to 2, which is I'm losing track of these guys a little bit. He's the one up there near Banduru,
right in front of me.
and he is going to go ahead and take a tail whip at Banduru. Critical fail.
Fall down. Hit himself.
Goes down and around to whip his tail around and kind of loses his balance. Has to use a hand to capture his balance, but then comes with a slashing uppercut with his claw at Banduru, rolling a 19.
Nope.
Which does not hit.
It's the same, actually.
It's the same, so that does hit. So he does 5 piercing damage to your lower jaw.
Crit failed and nothing happened? What the hell, JT? Bad DM.
No, something happened. I took away one of his claw attacks. He could have hit you one more time.
Okay, that's true. You had to catch it.
All right, so number 1 is kind of hanging out here with Conovar. He's going to use half his movement to stand, and then he's going to lunge at him and try to take him out in deeper water. He's going to roll athletics against you for a 17. Go ahead and give me an athletics saving throw, Conovar.
Strength.
There you go.
Oh.
You break free of that. So as you burst him free, and he kind of stumbles backwards a little bit, and then kind of does one of those almost like Asian movie ninja moves where he kind of flips forward and takes a swipe at you with his tail, and he rolls a 17 against your AC. Does that hit?
It does, but a grapple is considered an action. So unless he's got 2 actions, I'm not sure how he would.
He does.
Yeah, that does hit.
Yep, that does hit for 14 piercing, and he does have 2 actions, by the way. That's how he's been. That's how he's been.
No worries.
That's how he's been attacking you guys 3 times each turn. One claw, one of each claw, and 1 tail. So there you go.
Right. I'm looking a bit worse for wear, but I'm okay, I suppose.
All right, there you go. We're gonna.
Can we try to chop their hands off? Is that something that we can do?
You can try, yeah. All right, number 4. Now that he is all powered up, he's gonna. He looks right at Vlad, who's been shooting at him, and he takes a fire attack against you. Rolls a 9.
That misses.
That misses you. So he just blasts that tree behind you, and then he takes another fire attack against you. Rolls a 12.
Jesus, what the hell?
All right, and that tree behind you is just starting to blaze. It's starting on fire.
Got Druid in the group.
Oh, it's a blazed bush now.
Yeah, it's a blazing bush. There you go.
Bippu come rolling out of it.
Heyo, heyo. There you go. Okay, very ineffective turn, Vlad. How would you like to react to that?
I can hit 3 from here, right? There's nothing in my way.
Yeah, you can hit 3. Totally fine.
I think it'd be smart for us to work together and take down the weakest ones first. So
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him.
Go for it.
Nice.
Boom! The ladies love it. Go ahead and give us some damage on that. 10 piercing damage to number 3. So he's just totally enthralled by attacking Norster right now, and you just land one right in his back. It looks like he's got another barb, except for this one's the wrong way and sticking into him. Anything else you would like to do with this turn?
I'm gonna take my movement.
All right.
This big bush over here, is that considered hard terrain?
Yes-ish. Are you going to try to climb it or just move through it?
I just wanted to move through it to like right here.
Yeah, I would let you do that. You have plenty of movement to make that happen.
All right, so I'll move there.
All right, sounds good. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
All right, Aurelia, you're up. All right, she's going to move up and flank number
And
one.
I am going to take a smack at him with my longsword.
Sounds good. Go ahead and take that swing. You get advantage because Conovar is there.
Oh, nice.
Nice hit. Go ahead and give me that crit damage.
Now we're talking.
All right, there you go. You do 10 damage to number one.
D6.
Plus D6.
Indeed.
Plus a D6.
Yep. Go ahead and roll that D6. Give me some fire damage. Three fire damage. That's nothing to shake a stick at. There you go. All right, and as you can see, the fire on that is starting to wane. Anything else?
First time I use it, and it's already waning.
Yep. Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn? Nothing else? Alright, we're going to move on to Norster. What would you like to do?
I am gonna continue smacking the crap out of this damn thing with my mace.
Sounds good. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
With advantage.
Oh, yeah,
So
okay.
17.
Good move, good move. You get that 9 bludgeoning. Whew, saved yourself.
And then I also want to use Divine Smite, so I'm going to give up my my level 1 Bane spell, so I won't have that.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 2d8 plus 1d6.
All right, let's do it.
Come on,
And
buddy.
then 1d6.
That's all right. That's right about average for a 2d8. Just a little bit below, and then
That's
the d6
pretty
was
good.
high. Yeah, so 12. That's pretty solid, man. So this guy here is looking.
21 total.
This guy here is looking bloodied.
Finally.
There we go. You just wind up
It
and
should have it should have been an extra D8. It's 2d8 for the level 1, and then it's another 1d8 if the target's undead or a fiend. And
Oh.
fiends.
So one
Yep.
more 1d8?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
'cause
one more
you
D8.
sacrificed your level 2 spell slot for it. So
No,
you
it's
get
just
an
a
extra
Well, no,
1d8.
yeah, level 1, but you get an extra 1d8 if it's undead or a fiend. So
Yep.
he instantly gets another d8.
And these are fiends.
78!
Oh,
There you go. You do 7 more damage. Still bloodied. That hasn't changed. So you pull back your mace and you wind it up baseball bat style, and it starts to glow, and then you just uppercut him with his mace, knock him like 4 feet off the ground, and he lands back on his back. I'm gonna go ahead and make him prone as well. You cleaned him right out. There you go. Anything else you'd like to do, Norster?
Let's see. Give me a second here. I cannot do any. I have nothing I can do that's a bonus action. So I am just going to call it.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna move on to Bandura here then. Do something.
Okay, well, number 2's really making me mad, seeing as he's made me miss now. So I'm going to hit him again. Try to. Which I do.
You do hit him. That 24 hits.
10.
All right, number 2.
And I could do Divine Smite. I'm going to keep it, though, just in case.
All right, go for it.
You rolled a crit fail and a crit.
No, that
Well,
24 is not quite a crit yet.
Just short, yeah.
No, I'm talking about your damage roll. That's pretty funny.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, a 6 and a 1. There you go.
Yeah, and I guess that'll be the end, yeah.
All right, there we go. I'm trying really hard to make it so that we can see the top of the screen where we're gonna retcon this fight just a little bit for the folks out there. I'm gonna move you guys down 1 block. Everybody moves down 1 block, kind of on the top of that fight, just because I've been trying to line it up for the folks out there in the greater world, and I've been failing a little bit at it. Let's go ahead and do that. That should show up. Yep, now everybody can see it. Jenks is just barely hiding off the top of the screen. He's stealthed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Jenks, you are up, my good friend.
I'm gonna attack this little guy.
All right. Give me an attack roll with advantage. 22.
Oof. Nice.
All right, you do 14 damage to him.
Yeah.
It's a race to see who can grind these guys down the fastest. I think that's what's going on here.
I didn't do that on my last one either. Damn it.
Oh, you forgot it, man. It's canon now. All right, and you have bloodied this guy.
Oh, you said we're retconning things. I'll retcon back and I'm gonna roll.
Nope. Got to remember that shit. All right. Is that everything?
You were tracking that.
Anything else you'd like to do, Jenks?
Stealth.
All right. Give me some stealth. 15 stealth. Oh man, I've forgotten that one now. It is. That did not work. So he can still see you. You are not stealthed. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right. Number 3, starting to fear a little bit for this Norster guy.
I think he's not so confused anymore.
Norster laughs in his face.
There you go. Hey man, you're bloodied too, I think.
Wait, he's
No,
prone.
I'm still not
He's
bloodied yet.
prone. He was prone too.
Oh,
Yeah, how's he
yeah, you're right.
attacking?
Well, he can still attack you from the ground. He would
Still
just
doesn't matter.
he would take a
No,
disadvantage.
I'm not bloodied yet. I'm 2 hit points from being bloodied.
But you are right. He is prone. He's going to use half his movement to stand back up. But I didn't use that before I attacked, so he would have gotten disadvantage on all of those. It didn't matter anyway because none of them hit. So that's it for 3. We're back around to Conovar. And do remember that you are flanking.
Yep. Oh, sorry, my phone decided to do something a little bit weird there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna burn for my bonus. I'm gonna use my second wind and try to heal a bit.
Okay. All right, rolled up 9 damage. That's not bad at all. That's not terrible.
Right, so I get that back.
Mm-hmm.
Puts me at that. Okay, and yeah, for my attack, I'm just gonna hack it in with my longsword.
All right, sounds good. Is the second wind? Doesn't that take an action? I'm pretty sure that takes an
Bonus
action. Pretty
It's a
sure.
bonus action.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty positive. I can double check it. It's on page 72. Give me a second.
Oh, that's my wrong page or wrong book.
It'll be page 72. I think it's on the first page of the file. Yeah, I'm fairly positive it's a bonus action. Almost there.
Yep, it is a bonus action. I'm thinking of 4E rules.
Alright.
So
yeah, so 15 on my longsword. Does that hit?
that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. This is against
Oh,
1.
lovely.
6. I'm not gonna say the health out loud again. Almost did it.
Plus 3 fire damage if it's still going.
Yep, and you can see that your sword is no longer carrying that flaming oil. Did work this time, but you're fairly certain it won't work next time.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, that concludes my turn then.
All right, sounds good. So we're gonna move back up to 2, who is bloodied and starting to get scared for his life. He is going to lunge at this new Jenks with his claws and tails. He's gonna roll it looks like the 17 is the only thing that's gonna hit.
Crit fail.
6 piercing damage against Jenks.
Doesn't the claw do different damage though than a tail?
The way the roll 20 looks, that's just a visual thing.
Oh, okay.
The tail would have done more damage than that. So there you go. You take 6 damage, Jenks, and there was a crit failure there. We'll say that that's what led to the tail attack not quite working out. All right, so we're back to 1, who now has a new assailant, is going to face Aurelia and take 3 attacks, 1 claw, 1 tail, and then another claw. Is 15 or 16 enough to hit your AC, Aurelia?
Not with my shield back.
All right, there you go. So he's clinging to it right now.
Laugh in his face.
Sounds good. All right, so he's not able to do anything against you, and he'll say that with that last claw attack, he goes to swing at you a little bit too hard, and he swings forward, falls into the water here. Conovar, you get an attack of opportunity against him. Boom, 20 hits. Go ahead and give me a swing there. 9 slashing damage against, this is number 1, correct? All right. There you go. So we're going to go on to 4, who is going to... he was going to take a blast at Vlad, but as Vlad has kind of moved into an area that he's not quite confident he can hit him, he's going to take wind up a fireball and try to hit Bundiru. Hits for 23.
God damn it.
All right, and he does 14 flame damage to you.
Okay, I'm
Boom.
almost dead. Since everybody's focusing on me.
Well, Vlad kind of got a little hidden there. Ford doesn't really have options. I guess he could hit Conovar from here. Yeah.
And Aurelia.
But Aurelia would be hard, but he's been focused on really Vlad this whole time. Those guys are Nemesis.
Thanks, Vlad. You shoot me in the ass. Now you're letting your fucking fire buddy shoot me.
Oh, that's how it does. Vlad, you're up. Fix this.
Well, Vlad was gonna heal Bundiru until he yelled that at him.
Oh!
Ooh.
Fuck you, I got a healing spell anyways.
Strife in the party. Strife in the party. What would you like to do, Vlad?
I'm gonna move out and I'm gonna use Cure Wounds.
Alright. Sounds good.
He got guilted into it.
Oh, man. 9 healing to Bundiru. There you go. That's not bad.
And then I'll just move myself right back where I was.
Sounds good. Hide in those trees. If you were to roll stealth, I would probably give you advantage, by the way. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'll do that.
Since you're giving up your movement to move into those trees. That's more or less how I played that last turn.
So you want me to roll it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's enough. You're hidden.
Hopefully camo.
Boom. Das Stealth. All right, Aurelia, you're up. What would you like to do?
Oh, I think he deserves another smack with my longsword.
All right, let's give it to him. He does not have advantage this time. I just realized that. That crit fail actually helped him out a little bit. Doesn't matter, it hit him. Go ahead and roll damage for me. Let's go ahead and bring this up. All right, 11 damage. This guy is bloodied now, by the way.
And do I still have my 1d6?
You do not.
Oh.
All right, there's my bloody token. There you go. He's bloodied. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to hiss at him again.
Okay.
Aggressively.
Sounds good. Seems slightly unmoved, but regardless, you're able to do it. Hiss like a cat. All right, Norster, what would you like to do?
No, more like a very angry lizard.
So I take it my fire is off too, right?
Yep, it is.
Okay. So I'm just going to hit him with my mace.
All right, sounds good.
Bring that up.
He's kind of getting up, and he's recovered from that daze that you gave him last time.
With advantage, so that's 20.
Yep. There you go.
And wait, I'm also going to give up my Hunter's Mark and roll 3d8 extra damage.
Okay. What spell is it that you're using?
Hunter's Mark I'm giving up.
What do you mean you're giving it up?
So when I cast Divine Smite, I have to remove a level 1 spell from my bar. So I had...
How many spell slots do you get?
I got
3.
I got 3. So I removed... I still have Bless, and I've removed Bane and Hunter's Mark now. To give it up for this.
I thought that it meant that that just took up a spell slot.
Yeah, so you lose the chance to use it.
Right.
You don't have to remove the spell. But
Well, yeah, I cannot cast Bane or Hunter's Mark.
Well, so the way that spell slots work, you can cast. You just have to slot those spells. You don't have to the spell slots
All
that
right,
you have.
well, anyways, yeah, that's what I'm using.
You're going to use up a spell slot.
Yeah, I'm
Using
gonna
a
use up
spell slot to cast Divine Smite.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, you don't have to give up anything specific. Which
Nice.
Does 18 damage. That's not bad at all.
29. Suck it.
There you go. You smite the shit out of him is what happened there.
Dines checked. Save us. That is flipping high, man.
There you go. It did use up a spell slot. So that's why you guys keep those around.
I am all out of divine smites unless I don't want to give up bless because that's our shit right there.
Yeah, right. Anything else you'd like to do this turn? Not that you haven't done enough.
No, I'm just gonna glare at him.
All right.
And point at him.
Sounds good. Bandura, you're up. Feeling a little worse for wear, but you're still standing.
Well, seeing as this one's made me so mad, I'm gonna take a hit out of him.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
And it
16 hits.
And I'm also going to do a divine smite on this one.
All right,
since he's making me mad.
Sounds good.
I believe that should be right.
All right. And so
Yeah.
that's going to do an extra 14 to him.
19. It's 5 plus the 14.
19 total.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled it as a level 2. It just added an extra d8.
Gotcha. And so yeah, you wind up that greatsword and you just go and you swipe at him right across the midsection. You're pretty sure you can see some entrails in there. He's wounded pretty hard, bloodied as hell. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just scream at him, because why not?
All right, sounds good. Jenks, you're up.
I'm gonna stab him.
All right, put the pointy end in here. All right, you hit for damage. That flank is real. All right, that's 15 total.
Do I still have my fire?
You do not. Anything else you'd like to do?
Stealth.
Basically taking it off early because he doesn't like dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really? You still have two.
You are stealth jinxed.
I have 2 cure wounds.
No.
That's all
I
I've
mean,
got.
you still have 2 Greek fire on you, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do.
No, I think JT only made it last 3 turns. We've gone past 3
No.
turns.
Sylvia.
She has the actual jugs of Greek fire,
I still have 2 jugs of Greek fire on me.
which you could totally use.
Ooh.
So we just had Jenks roll, so we were back around to 3. Who's fighting with Norster?
Bring it, Norse. Not bring it.
So he's gonna go ahead and lash out to you with his tail and claw attacks. And he rolls a crit failure. So I'm not gonna give him the other claw attack. And so he does nothing against you. He's just completely ineffective against Norster at all. So Carnivar, you're up.
Die in
Yeah,
a sec,
lovely.
bitch.
Can I get behind here? Is that still knee-deep water?
It is still knee deep. If you take a movement penalty, you can still make it. You have some left over. So yeah, you can totally move
Yeah,
there.
that's fine. Okay, so I can get advantage on them then. So I'm just gonna use both attacks.
All right, sounds good. That hits.
So that's for 17. Yep.
All right, for 4 slashing against number 1.
Ouch, that could have gone better. Right, okay, and I'm gonna use my elf hand.
That hits. For
Nice.
11, that
Made
went
up for
really
that.
well. You go to slash at him, and you're like, "Wow, that could have gone better." And you're like, "Oh, right, this pointy end goes right there," and you get him good. All right, anything else you'd like to do?
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hiss at him as well. Okay.
Everybody with the hissing. Everybody with the hissing. All right. Anything else?
Norster refuses
No,
to hiss.
Bandura screamed. That's different.
Roar! All right.
Paladins don't hiss.
So number 2 here is going to start to like put his hands against his chest and just start to like internalize that. You can kind of see that flaming happening. That you saw happen to number 4. He starts to kind of power up like a Super Saiyan. This is different though. His hands are on his chest, and you can see him kind of start to glow in a different way. And he is going to roll. Whoa! Not that much damage. He's going to go ahead and do a D8 of damage to Vlad, Bundooroo, and Jinx. And then after he basically explodes into a hail or a shrapnel of barbs that exploded into all of you guys.
Isn't that Vlad's move?
Isn't that Vlad's move? Heyo! He winked at Vlad when he did it.
Hail of barbs.
Hail of barbs. So you guys all take a D8, or not a D8, 8 damage.
But he's dead now, right?
As he disappears. So let's go ahead and he's no longer there. Definitely, there's just like a mist of smoke there, and that concludes his turn. We're gonna go back to 1. Let me just take a quick peek at something here. And 1 is gonna kind of do the same thing. He just kind of like cuddles down into himself and starts to flame, and then explodes, doing. 9 damage to Aurelia and Conovar. And then 4 is going to take 2 hits at Bundooroo with his flame, and not really find any sort of target at the other end of those throws. And so he's going to just kind of run off this direction. There you go. And that brings us around to Vlad. What would you like to do?
It's just
I'll go ahead and shoot him as he's running away.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. All right, that hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
Man, we could have ended 3 with that.
I didn't want to take away the glory from you.
Oh, trust me.
There you go. All right, so you did 11 piercing damage to him. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
No, that's it.
All right, cool. And so for the peeps out there, let's go ahead and let's show him where he went. So let's move this down here. He's just kind of right there on the platform. All right. I believe that brings us on to Aurelia. What would you like to do? Just going to give chase.
I'm going to lob a pot of the Greek fire at it.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll. Just a d20 plus your dexterity modifier. It's you could roll a dex save if you want to save time. It's the same thing. Oh, and unfortunately, you throw that pot of Greek fire into the water just beyond him. You were not able to hit him.
It's still going to ignite, and it's going to be right there.
It's it didn't ignite. It's underwater though. It landed very softly on that swamp water.
Because it's supposed to ignite regardless.
It's a clay plot. It's not going to explode when it hits water.
Yeah, it's kinetic energy is what makes Greek fire explode, and there was not enough kinetic energy, and when it landed, the pot didn't even break.
Okay.
The water's not deep enough that you couldn't retrieve it, right?
Correct. You could probably take an action to grab around in the muck there for a little bit and grab that if you wanted to. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Well, since that'd take a full action now. I'll retrieve it next round.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and roll for me, Norster. Or go for me, Norster, I mean.
All right, I'm gonna try to end this fight once and for all.
End him!
With advantage, so I hit him.
Yep, you would have hit him anyway. And so you do that 6 bludgeoning damage to him.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna expend my last one for Divine Smite.
All right, that makes total sense. Go for it.
Oh god.
And does 9 damage. Unfortunately, that is not enough to take him down. 2 crits, crit ones on that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. 15 total. Crap.
Yep.
Better than 6.
Yeah, it is. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just point at him and yell Diensect into his face.
Diensect.
Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. We're around to Banduru.
I guess I'm gonna use Lay on Hands on myself to heal.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and drop that for me.
Oh.
Oh, wow, nice
Well,
roll.
I can heal 20. No, I can heal 20.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can heal
it's
20.
just-
I thought that was a roll. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. All right, how much are you going to use?
Yeah, I might as well use
Yeah, just use
all of it.
All right, there you go. You recover 20
I
hit points.
still do have. I have a healing spell that I could still use. I have Cure Wounds that I could use once.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't even have that.
You guys are you're getting exhausted. It's been a long fucking day. All right, Jenks, you're up. What would you like to do?
Jenks is just gonna chill here.
All
He's
right.
not gonna chase after that thing.
All right, sounds good. Do you want to defer your turn, or do you just want to give it up altogether?
Just give it up.
All right, sounds good. Number 3 here is going to start to run. Norster, you're going to get an attack of opportunity here. Go ahead and roll that for me. All right, 8 bludgeoning damage. Not enough to take him down. And so he is going to take, just pinged there. He's going to go ahead and take a couple of fire attacks against you. 22 and 24 hit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. 16 and 14 does 30 total.
And I am dead.
Oof. Not dead, knocked out.
Yeah.
So there you go. So number 3 is just kind of running around down there. Norster's knocked out. What do you guys do? That's the end of his turn. Conovar, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to use my movement. As I'm doing so, I'm going to draw my bow.
Okay.
Get to here.
Okay.
I can still see him. So I'd like to shoot at him with the longbow so I can take off.
That sounds good. Go ahead.
Last in Northstar.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll. Yeah, Norster's in safe hands with you there. Unfortunately, you're not able to hit. You're a bit exhausted from running through that water and stuff. That you can't quite pull it off.
Can I try and stabilize Northstar with survival or I don't know, or medicine?
Do you have the
I've got
medicine perk?
feet.
I don't believe you have the medicine perk, do you?
No, I haven't got any feats or anything for it, but
Nope.
I can't stabilize otherwise, can I?
If you were to take your next action, I would give him advantage on his death saving throw. But that's about it. I'm not going to give you a bonus action or anything to use medicine.
Right, okay. Shit, that's all I can do then. Okay.
All right. So that brings us around to 2. And he's not here currently. You hear the little beep as you're supposed to leave a message. And same as 1, but 4 is going to go ahead and take a couple of fire blasts at Aurelia. Does that hit? What's your AC? 19?
18.
18. So he's gonna go ahead and hit you with those fires for 26 flame damage.
I'm down 2.
Uh-oh. And then he's gonna take a run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. He's way off over to the right now. I'm not even sure if the folks on stream will be able to see that. He's just barely off the top of the map here. I'm going to say that he kind of moves here. There we go. All right. So that brings us on to Vlad. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at 3.
All right, that sounds good. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. That hits. I have a hard time believing you aren't going to drop him. Yep, you dropped him. Just as he's running away, arrow right through the tempo and out the other side. Arrow's not even in his head anymore. It's just like that, foomp, and he falls to the ground, kind of running away with his back to Norster. 3 is dead. There you go.
And then I'm gonna take my movement.
All right, go for it.
All right, right there.
All right, sounds good. Aurelia is down. Go ahead and give me a death saving throw. All right, go ahead and mark a success there. 2 more successes and you're considered stabilized. Norster, give me a death saving throw.
Just as I was about to use my channel divinity for the first time to stabilize Norster.
It happens. All right, Norster, go ahead and mark a failure for that death save. All right, Banduru, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna run for 4. I'm gonna burn with a dash also, just to try to get as close as I can.
Your little dwarf legs are going like little steam engines. All right.
Shit, on the middle of a bridge.
A wooden bridge. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Could I still use an action, or did I burn it with that dash?
You burned it with the dash.
I can't like intimidate him or anything.
You could say that you were running while you were, or you were intimidating while you were running, and he wouldn't be. Yeah, it's hard to imagine a little running dwarf is intimidating. I'm just saying.
Can I brace for? I know he's gonna throw fire at me because he's just a jackass. So can I brace for incoming fire? Not like go prone, but like be prepared.
I actually, so if you want to, we'll use the prone mechanic if you want, but you could drop to a knee and put your shield in front of you, and I would give him disadvantage on his attack against you if he chooses to attack you.
Sure, why not?
All right. That. So you drop to your knee.
Shield that I never use.
Yeah, right. You drop to your knee and you put your shield in front of you. That does mean that you would. We're going to use the prone mechanic, so you'd use half your movement to stand up next turn. Okay. But you are a bit safer now on that rickety-looking set of planks there. All right. Is that it for your turn?
I think that's about everything I can do.
All right, Jenks, you're up, my friend. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna run.
All right, you're gonna dash towards 4. Oh,
right there.
Down towards Norster. Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna move the turn order up to where you were. There we go.
And I'm done.
All right, sounds good. That brings us around to number 3 that's dead. So that means it's Conovar's turn. What would you like to do, Conovar?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my turn to try and stabilize Norster and give him that advantage on his next death saving throw for the moment.
That sounds good. All right. So that brings us back around to 4, who has no real option but to take a shot at Banduru. And so we're going to go ahead and roll that twice. Does 18 and 17 hit you?
Nope, neither of them do.
Actually,
with the shield now, I would have my AC would technically be 21.
Also, I gave you gave him disadvantage, so he rolled a 6 and a 12. Do me a favor, Banduru. Yeah, just Banduru. Go ahead and give me a perception check. All right. He is going to run out behind these bushes here. But you are still aware of where he is.
Okay.
So that brings us back around, I believe, to Vlad. And I believe he's far enough away now that you would take disadvantage on a shot, right?
Probably not, but...
Oh, actually, he's got the tree in the way anyway. I was thinking about that before he moved.
I'm gonna burn my attack so I can move twice as much.
Alright, sounds good.
Just right there.
Alright, sounds good. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and so that we can kind of see what's going on with the party here. So, Aurelia, give me a death saving throw. Get those successes. Ooh, so go ahead and mark 1 failure for your death save. And then we're going to move on to Norster, who's got to give us a death saving throw with advantage. Let's go ahead and roll it twice. Actually, that 18's good enough.
Yeah.
There you go.
Roll it again, good crit.
Roll it again in case you crit.
Oh yeah, it's a good point. Good point. So it's I think
20.
you're 1 and 1, right? No, there you go. So you've got 1 success, 1 failure. Norster, Bundu, we're back around to you.
Since you ran away, I'm gonna move over and use my cure wounds.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and give me some damage there.
6.
Aurelia, you are back up. You kind of gasp to life off the ground, and you have 6 hit points now. Not quite in time for you to get your turn, but still, you're back alive. Jenks, what would you like to do? Please
Kill
tell.
Jester.
Please tell me you're going to loot Norster while he's down.
No.
Thank you, Bender.
Alright, I'm gonna move there.
All right.
Actually, yeah. And then I'm gonna give Norster a healing potion.
All right.
In
Sounds
his
good.
mouth.
All right. You stick the healing potion in your mouth, and then you very intimately.
I said
Oh.
in his mouth.
Oh, I see. You go ahead and dump a healing potion down Norster's throat, and you kind of you wait a moment, expecting him to pop right up, and once you've given up on that working, he just kind of coughs a little bit of potion splatters up in your face, and he jumps up. And I think, what is that, 1d4 plus something?
2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus 4, that's what it is. Go ahead and roll that for me. What does Norster get back for health?
Oh, you want me to roll it?
Yep.
Jinx gets 1 extra health point because he spit it up in his face.
And splash potions.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Norster, you have 11 hit points now. You kind of gasp back awake. You're not used to being on the ground.
Nope.
You're usually the guy that's standing up. That fire though. You start to go for number 3 and you realize he's laying on the ground motionless. All right. Let's.
I'm gonna hold on.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I tell Norster that Monster's head is mine. I just saved you.
Oh, there you go. Told.
It's yours. I wasn't gonna do anything with the head. You're the head fetish guy.
You're
Well, I
the.
just wanna make things clear.
Listen, the head is mine. It's for my trophy collection. All right. Anything else from you, Jinx?
No.
All right. Conovar, what are you going to do here?
Jinx,
We want to invest in some taxidermy
I
skills.
was about to say,
You're
take some
going
taxidermy
to
classes.
Be
Right.
collecting heads.
Indeed. All right. What are you up to over here, Conovar?
Well, I'm gonna move up to here, and I'm just gonna concentrate and see if I can hear or see any more rustling, or I just want to make sure that for the time being we're safe. So can I roll a perception?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. And you definitely hear rustling. He's kind of like hiding behind the bushes back there. You can't quite see him, but the sound that he's making is giving his position away.
Right. Okay. I'll sort of signal to the rest of the group that one more beyond bush, then still a problem, but that's it for the time being.
What about 3? So 3 still up and...
Oh no,
4?
3 is dead.
Dead.
I just
Okay.
never put the X on him. I'm sorry.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Yep, there you go. Vlad's arrow went right through his temples. He went down pretty hard. All right. Anything else from you, Conovar?
Actually, yeah. Then can I try to stealth?
Sure. Yeah, nothing can see you. You're behind some bushes and trees and such.
Fucking chainmail armor, man.
You're in rough shape there. Nope, no stealth for you. All right. Anything else?
No, I'll just stand here clanking and clinking in my chain armor.
Sounds good. All right, so this guy's going to go ahead and sneak out this way a little bit. I'm going to move up to where the action is. I think everybody knows what's going on over there. We're going to go ahead and move up to the action up here, which is where Banduru and Aurelia are. And he's going to go ahead and throw those fireballs at you with the 24.
Oh, fuck.
He's going to do 14.
Well, you never asked me if I was staying prone still when I moved over.
Well, the assumption is that when you move, you're standing up and moving.
Oh, damn you, I was going to stay prone.
You can never tell if a dwarf is standing up or prone.
Yeah, my shield, I can walk with my shield and be fine. Come on.
I'll give you, if you give me another 5 feet of movement and disadvantage on all your attacks, I'll give you a bigger shield.
I planned on actually... I planned on actually just doing that, just slowly walking towards him and just going back prone under my shield. Since I know he throws fireballs.
Yep. Alright, well, you take 14 flame damage.
Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead.
Yeah,
I'm very close to dead.
Yeah, I think you have like 6 hit points or something like that. That's fine. So that's his turn. He's going to move back behind this cover here. And just kind of hide. Alright, I guess that brings us back around to Vlad. You're up.
Alright, first I'm gonna use a Cure Wounds on Norster.
Alright, sounds good. Alright.
That's great.
Hey, 4 damage is 4 damage. On Norster, that goes a long ways. Alright. Anything else?
And then I'll go ahead and move, I guess.
Alright. There we go.
Alright, that's it.
Alright, sounds good. That brings us over to... Oh, I've covered up my turn order. Brings us over to Aurelia. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm Life Domain. I am going to channel Divinity, which means I'm casting Preserve Life.
Okay.
I'm going to take those 20 points and divide them between me and Banduru.
Alright.
So Banduru gets 10, I get 10.
Sounds good. Anything else you would like to do?
Not at this time.
Alright, sounds good. Let's see. We've got Norster.
Yeah,
Just gonna run for him.
Oh, hell no. I'm doing Divine Sense right now.
Okay.
Peaches.
So,
Peaches is into that divine sense.
I know she is. She's totally backing me up here.
Do you get advantage with that?
Yeah, right.
I do.
So what are you divine sensing? What's your
Okay,
intent?
Divine Sense is anything within 60 feet of me. Any fiend, I can detect any fiend or anything like that within 60 feet. I can tell where they are.
So he's 85 feet away from you.
Yeah, but I'm thinking because the other two disappeared that they still
Aha!
be around.
Smart man, smart man.
I am just trying
to make sure that they're not around you.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking at least I can detect where.
Right. So you kind of drop to a knee and you divine sense, and you're getting very weak traces of fiend in the area, but nothing that seems to be alive or recent. Nothing is setting your bells off in the near area.
Okay.
Very smart of you, though. That's a good move in case I made him invisible or something like that.
Yeah, because they just disappeared. So I think, well, all right, that's my action. I mean, I got nothing.
All right, sounds good. Banduru, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna use half my movement to stand back up. Which means I will move 2 to here, then burn dash, and go back to prone. 2, 3, 4, 5 here.
Damn military tactics. That works for me. All right, so you're prone. You're behind your shield.
And I know he's gonna pop out.
Anything else from you this turn?
I'm gonna yell at him some more because I know he's hiding in the bushes. So I'm gonna yell at the bushes to stop being.
Come out here! Fight me like a dwarf! That doesn't carry the same.
He'll probably run out and fireball me in the face or something. So
Don't be such a whip. Come out and fight like a fiend.
There you go. All right, Jenks, you're up.
I'm gonna go over here to this guy and cut
Start,
off his head and put it in my bag.
starts cutting off his head. Jenks is like, I'm done with this fight. F it. I'm just carrying on. All right, that's what you do. Conovar, you're up.
Yeah, so I can't really see where he is, but I heard him.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna use my 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Get to here. Can I see? See, the trouble is, I don't know that she actually threw it.
You could. I would let you roll.
Just by chance, can I see? You know, a clay pot of Greek fire bobbing up and down in the way
In exchange for your action, I would let you roll investigation to kind of drop down to your stomach and reach around for that pot. You would also be prone.
Yeah, see, no, that's I wouldn't even know to look for it. So no, I'm just gonna burn my action and.
Why wouldn't you know to look for it? You've never gone down. You've always been standing there. She threw it.
No, because I turned around, didn't I? Charged off the North Star.
That's fine though. I mean, you have general battle awareness.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that then. Shall I roll perception then?
Investigation.
Don't do it.
What was that, Vlad?
Crit fail, explodes in hand.
Yeah, exactly. Last time JT told me to do something, somebody got hurt.
Never listen to the DM. People get hurt.
Alright, don't worry then.
So you reach around down there for a second or two in the water that you can't quite see through. The whole time you're thinking, please no alligators, please no alligators, please no alligators. And nothing happens, but you don't find the pot either, unfortunately.
Ooh, we should throw one of them on that tree that he's standing behind.
Oh, there you go. That's a move.
That would maybe catch him on fire also.
Good.
Yeah, no. So that concludes my move. Oh! Sorry, puppy in the lap. Concludes my turn.
There you go.
Ouch.
All right, cool. So number 4, sensing that Bundiru is there, he's going to kind of sneak around the other side of the tree here, and come out here, and he's going to try something a little bit different here. He's going to go ahead and roll an attack roll against that bridge with one of his fire attacks, and he does manage to take out this bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and just switch over to my drawing tools here.
Sergeant takes 6 points of hot coffee damage.
Yeah, right. So that bridge is no longer there.
It's only got an X on it, so that's more stability.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Cross braces.
And he's going to go ahead and use his other fire attack against Conovar, who's prone, so he takes disadvantage. I suspect that 13 does not hit you, Conovar.
Shouldn't. He's got chainmail.
Yeah, I think he's dealing with his puppy right now. All right, so that means we're back around to Vlad.
Hopefully Puppy didn't eat his mic again.
Yeah, that would suck.
Alright, we're gonna shoot him.
All right, go for it. Let's see, where's Vlad? Oh, actually, I'm going to give you disadvantage. I hope you didn't... if that would have affected your decision. There's a tree right between you and him. I missed it.
Oh, I thought we were just considering that bush.
Well, either way, he's down low in the water, and that tree's in the way. If you move first, I'll let you keep that roll, which would hit him. If you, I don't know if you can move to where, you could move to the island that's just to the southeast of you, I think, and probably get a clean line of sight on him. So yeah, if you want to move there, I'll give you the hit. For 6 piercing damage. Yeah, there's in every way you hit him. All right, so this is against number 4. All right.
Is he even bloodied yet? I think Vlad's the only one who's ever done damage to him.
Vlad is the only one that's ever done damage to this guy. You are correct. All right. Anything else for your turn, Vlad?
No, that's it.
All right, Aurelia, you're up.
I'm going to snatch that pot of Greek fire out of the water.
All right, can you do me a favor? I'm going to have you take up an action. Go ahead and roll investigation for me. I'm looking for a 12 or better, by the way.
Make me investigate when I was the one that dropped it?
Well, it's in a 5-foot area, underwater.
Yeah, give her advantage at least, since she was the one who threw it.
Plus, you have another one in your bag anyway.
Yeah, you do.
That's true, but I wanted to find the one that I'd lost.
So go ahead and move your character up to the northeast a little bit, or to the northwest, and you're prone in that spot. You guys are kind of reaching around the water looking for that can, but not quite finding it. So anything else you'd like to do this turn?
No, I can't think of a bonus action I'd like to do.
All right, Norster, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna, before I run straight at this freaking fiend, I'm gonna lay on hands on myself to make sure I am completely ready for this battle to the death.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll lay on hands for me.
Well, yeah, I don't have to roll.
Or I mean, just throw the ability up there.
Yep, done.
All right. Still not seeing. Must see. Where is? Did you click the ability?
Yeah, I don't have to actually click it. It's just.
Oh, I was hoping it would show up for the audience out there.
Oh crap! Yeah, I don't actually have it.
Oh, gotcha. What does that do? That gives
20.
20. Yeah, that's right. 20 points of damage. And so you're going to give yourself the full 20?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Bundiru, you're up.
Probably
Well,
slot
so
those as a spell card.
yeah.
For the audience, I'll do that.
All right.
So I'm gonna stand up, which is gonna use half. So I'm gonna move 2 to here, and then can I use intimidation on him, like channel my deity's power and intimidate the crap out of this fiend?
Sure. Are you trying to get him to run away?
I just want him to shit his pants, actually.
I mean, sure. You can roll intimidation.
Can I intimidate him so much that he takes disadvantage on every roll?
Probably not. That's actually an ability I think that bards have.
Can I jump on him like Vlad did and ride him like a dragon?
I would let you try to jump out in the water and maybe give you an extra 10 feet if you gave me a DC 15 acrobatics check.
That is extremely... Well, can I take an attack if I do that?
Sure, I would let you take an attack while you're doing that. If you get that DC 15, we'll say that you jump out into the water with your sword raised above your head and you come down on him. If you land that acrobatics attack, we'll say it's a landed hit, and then you can roll damage.
Well, I want to see a dwarf jump 15 feet.
Here we go.
It's only
Ready
10
for
feet.
this?
It's 10 feet, and he's got there's higher land that he's jumping into from the water.
I have +1 acrobatics, so here we go.
There we go.
I got it!
You got it! Landed! Alright, go ahead and roll attack for me. We'll ignore it unless it's a crit.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. I told him he could have it if he lands the acrobatics, so go ahead and roll damage on that.
13!
You do 13 slashing damage. That's awesome.
And here or there?
I'll let you choose.
Since I jump. Oh, okay,
yeah,
well.
you get to choose because you jumped.
I'll choose there, and let's say I slash down at him and I land under the water. So
sounds good. That water's not that deep yet, but it's up to like your nipples.
Well, I'm short. I landed face down because I was swinging my sword over the top of my head. So I have to stand up next turn. Let's say that.
All right, that's totally fine. All right, cool. So, Jenks, what would you like to do? You've got a head now.
Yes. I'm gonna just run.
Where are we running to? Way up there. All right, there you go.
And I'm done.
All right, sounds good. Let's see, Conobar, you're up.
Right, yeah, lovely. Right, I'm gonna use my longbow, see if I can shoot him.
All right.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Bollocks. Should have gone with the first.
All right, so you loose an arrow and it whizzes by Bundiru right between the two of them, but you don't hit anything.
10. Right, so with 10 movement space, I can then use. I can do a run-in long jump to see if I can get over this bridge to here.
Sure. Go ahead and roll acrobatics for me. You're going to burn half your movement to stand, right? And so that's 4 away, so you wouldn't actually be able to make it that far. I would let you long jump. No, there's no real way for you to do it. Go ahead and roll acrobatics for me. If you get a 12 or above, I'll let you go your movement speed. If you get a 15 or above, I'll let you go that extra space.
Right, okay. Acrobatics. No.
So you go to take that jump and you land in the water. Yeah, right about there. Not particularly, but that is difficult terrain to move in.
Okay. I haven't got sight of him from there either, have I now?
Not really, no.
Okay, no worries.
Alright.
Alright, that's it then.
There's a lot of reeds and brambles in the way.
Stubborn man.
Alright, so number 4 here, he's going to go ahead and take an attack of opportunity from Bunduru, so go ahead and roll that for me.
Okay.
Landed. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Another 13.
Nice. Alright, so he is what I believe to be is bloodied. Boom, Bunduru's going ham on this guy. He is also moving rather deftly through the water.
Oh, good lord. What the hell?
Right about there. Let me just count this. Right about
Can
there.
he fly?
He cannot fly. He's swimming rather deftly, though. And so he's going to go ahead and roll. Let's see. He's got his choices here. And he looks back to his nemesis, Vlad, and takes 2 fire shots at Vlad. It looks like probably only one of them hits.
Yeah.
For 16 flame damage. All right. Now, Vlad, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot him back.
Sounds good. 14 does not hit, though. He's all up in the, like, there's all these reeds and lily pads around him and stuff like that, and you just can't really train on him, and you just, and nothing. Just lands right in the water, skips across the water a little bit. Anything else from you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move right. Scour behind here.
Sounds good. Aurelia, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna move over to Conover. Silly man. And I'm gonna use my last cure wound. Well, no, I've got 2 cure wounds. I've only used my preserved life. So, got 2 cure wounds. I'm gonna use 1 on him.
Sounds good. All right. So, Conover, you have 6 extra hit points.
Thank
Back
you.
6. Now we've got to go out in that water and get that booger. But I think we'd be better off traveling on dry land.
I know somebody that's got a canoe.
Yeah.
Set the boat on fire and push it into him.
Yeah, right. I feel like you might be able
Best
to dodge
idea
that, so.
ever.
All right, Norster, you're up. What would you like to do?
I still think something's afoot. So I'm going to move right there.
Sounds good. Well, so you can't move that full distance. The space that Jenks is in right there, that's considered difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. So then I'll just move here.
All right.
And do another divine sense.
Sounds good.
And 60 feet.
You only, I don't know if that other one's within 60 feet. He's not. So you're still getting those low readings. Nothing really particularly fiendish near you.
Okay. Now I prepare to look. I look at this guy and point at him and say, "You're next."
And he gets a little fearful. All right, Bandura, you're up. What would you like to do? You're nipple deep in some water.
Yeah, and it's difficult terrain, correct? So I could technically only move 2 blocks per movement.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna move back to land, which would leave me with 1 movement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Well, I have no spells. I have no ranged weapons.
It's going well.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at him and just intimidate him, because why not? I'll just give it a shot.
All right. Nothing. He's not particularly intimidated.
I can roll for it.
You could. All right. If you get a nat 20.
Hell, I ain't gonna do it. Well, I did this last time. I could try, but
I'll do something. I don't know what.
Can I? Investigation? No.
There's still that the Greek fire hanging out off that bridge there a little bit. If you want to go look for that, you have to look for it next turn though. You have to dash over there probably.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll use my dash and move to. And I have to move around Carnivar and Aurelia, correct?
Well, I mean, you can move through the water. There's no reason to have to go over the bridge because it's not there anymore.
Oh, that's true.
So you just move through the water, and that would put you right up on the other shore with your other 5 movement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep. And that puts you in a good position to start looking around for that Greek fire next turn.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So we're down to Jenks. What would you like to do?
Yes, I will go over here and ask Norster what the hell he's doing.
Would you like to reply, Norster?
No.
Nope. He just gives you silence. Anything else you'd like to do, Jinx?
No.
All right. Carnivar, you're up.
Christ lawfully.
Alright, so I've just been healed. I would have been in the midst of notching another arrow, so I'm gonna let loose with the longbow.
All right, that sounds good. Go ahead and give me. Oh, the crit! Give me damage. 15 damage. Critical.
Alright, Vin Diesel. Can I hold my movement until Aurelia moves? Because she was healing me. I sort of loosed the arrow, and then she said something about movement. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold my movement until Aurelia moves.
All right, that sounds fine.
Is that okay? Yeah, I'll do that then.
Yep, as long as you give me a condition under which to execute it, which is Aurelia moving. So right after she moves, I'll give you an option. Yep.
Yeah. All right, lovely.
All right, cool. So number 4 here, he's gonna just go ahead and come down this way. Maybe not that far. Right about here. There we go. And he's going to go ahead and take a blast at Norster, seeing what he did to his buddy. Rolls a crit for 18 plus 2 for 20 on Norster. He missed with the other one, but boom! Let's go ahead. Yep, there we go. And that concludes his turn. Vlad, you're up.
Oh my god, I am so pissed now. Norster just got torn apart.
You see, like you're all clawed up and scratched. Your armor's in bad condition, and you're singed and all sorts of crazy shit. All right.
Yeah, this guy's gonna eat these.
All right, what's next? Vlad, you're up.
How is he looking? Is he looking pretty bloody? Like he's getting pretty close to being dead?
He's bloodied. I'll tell you that.
We can see that by the
I'm just gonna
status.
pop right there, and then I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll. Oh, crit failure. Luckily, no teammates around to take that in the ass.
Thank God I'm on the other side of the map.
You shoot your arrow, and it goes straight for him, and then immediately takes a left and hits Bunduru right in the ass. No.
Boring arrow.
The arrow just kind of pegs into the bridge that's right between you and him, and pierces right through one of the boards, and that bridge starts to collapse.
Alright, I'm gonna whistle a little tune and nothing happened and back right over here behind this bush.
All right.
Saw anything?
Sounds good. Aurelia, what would you like to do? Now your alarms are going off, Norser.
No, I got a plan.
All right.
This guy's screwed.
Plan
Okay, I'm
cometh.
gonna stop right there.
All right, sounds good.
He's
Anything
gonna throw his mace. Watch out, everybody.
anything else
Oh,
you'd
hell yeah.
like to do, Aurelia?
I think I'm gonna put away my longsword and pop out my crossbow.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and give me an attack roll if you'd like. "23 hits. Go ahead and give me damage. Just boosh! Throw that crossbow bolt right through his right shoulder for 8 piercing damage.
Aha!
Nice shot. There you go. All right. Anything else you'd like to do this turn? You eyeball Norser over to your right, just getting antsy. He's ready to throw some hate down.
Oh, I am
I'm
ready to
gonna
throw some.
stick my tongue out at that fiend and give him a Bronx cheer.
Sounds good.
Yeah, JT, I just realised, because of my crappy initiative, I can't hold any actions because I'm at the bottom. It gets reset when it restarts a new turn, so I lost my movement on that last round.
No, you can hold it as long as you'd like for your own turn. Can
I use that movement then?
Absolutely, after Aurelia's done with it.
my movement.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I would have followed her there then.
All right, that sounds fine. Aurelia, what else would you like to do? Or you stuck your tongue out. That's right. All right. So Norster, you're up. What would you like to do?
Give him a Bronx cheer.
I am going to abjure enemy on this fucker.
All right. And so as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer of denunciation using your channel divinity. Choose a creature within 60 feet, which is exactly how far away he is, that you can see. Let's make sure that you can see him. You can see him. That's awesome. And the creature must make a wisdom saving throw unless it is immune to being frightened. All right. Fiends and undead have disadvantage on the saving throw, which he is. On a failed save, the creature is frightened for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. While frightened, the creature's speed is 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. On a successful save, the creature's speed is halved for 1 minute until the creature takes any damage.
Slow him down.
So
Alright.
basically,
What is
if
this?
if nobody attacks, theoretically, we can all just crowd round him, ready to go ham.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll just sit there and cower.
Yeah.
All right, so
Can
he
we
rolls.
do that?
He
Oh,
rolls
God.
a 21
Shit, no.
with
17.
disadvantage, and so he succeeds on that. So he can move at half speed, which is 15 feet, which isn't bad. That's not bad. Naturally in the water though. And so yeah. Anything else you'd like to do your turn, Norster?
That's my action, isn't it? That is my.
Now you
Yep.
can still move
Yep.
though.
Yep, you can still move.
All right, I am. How can I move?
You can move 30 feet. Do note that the water is difficult terrain, so you take half as much movement there, or you take double movement. Really, is what it is.
Get there just
Mm.
fine.
Mm-hmm. Right over there, where you can keep an eye on Vlad making mad skillful shots.
Actually, I can do one more.
Yep, you can move.
There we go.
Theoretically, like 7.5 feet, which is right about there.
Oh, 7.5, so it's right there. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
At least I got him within shield protection just in case.
Yep, there you go. It works. All right, Bundur, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna dive into the water, so let me roll investigation.
All right. Oh, you're gonna go after. Are you gonna actually dive into the water? It doesn't
I
matter.
don't think I need it. Yeah.
Yeah, you found it. All right. So you go prone. You stick your arm in the water. You find a fistful of jug of Greek fire, and you pull that up onto your person. So that's your action. But you now have a jug of Greek fire.
How far can you lob a jar of Greek fire?
You can lob it up to 30 feet.
Okay.
And so, but it's also an attack roll to make sure you hit your
Well, yeah,
target.
I just kind of want to know what distance I needed to be from him.
Yeah, so about 6 squares.
Okay, so and then I'm gonna move to there.
All right, sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could totally hit him. Give me an attack roll.
I'm just short. I'm 35 feet.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's
It says
interesting.
35 to him.
Yeah, well, I wasn't counting his square. That's why. I was like, that's
Well,
exactly
if I moved,
6.
hold on. So if I would have moved right next to Conover to there.
Oh, you wouldn't have been
I could
able
hit
to
him.
move that far anyway because you went prone to pull that up, so you could only move 15
Oh,
feet.
so I moved to.
You could be right about where that
Here.
bridge is. Yeah, so it's all moot
Okay.
anyway. You could toss it to Conovar. That sounds scary.
What do we have to roll to throw that? It's just.
I would just have you
something
roll
like
like a DC 12.
Please, please don't.
Uh,
Just hold on to it.
acrobatics or something,
Okay.
or maybe not acrobatics. A sleight of hand, maybe.
Okay, I'll hold it and try to use it next turn.
All right, sounds good. All right, that brings us around to Jenks. Jenks,
Thanks.
are you alive? Oh, he was just moving. He was thinking. It's fine. All right. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Jenks?
Kiss Norsters on the back.
Your
of his
mic
helmet.
isn't working, by the way, mate. We can't hear you.
Oh, is that what it is? His mic's not working.
I think I muted myself by accident.
That'll do
There we
it.
go. There we go.
Not sure if you
yeah,
said
I'm just
anything.
Yeah, I was talking.
All
I'm
right.
just hiding behind Orster.
All right, sounds good.
Good
Make sure
spot
he
to
doesn't do anything crazy. As we've learned, Norster's the mentally unstable one.
No, I'm protecting my own self.
Gotcha. Oh, I
I'm
see.
protecting Norster.
I see. That makes sense.
Using Norster as a wall of steel between him and the fiend.
That'll
That's
do it.
Totally fine.
All right,
Norster's cool with that.
that's his job. All right, Conovar, you're up.
Oh yeah, he's getting it now. So I'm gonna use my movement and
Alright.
get right up on top of him, which I can do.
Yep.
And as I was running, draw my swords. Let's see if I can lock this fucker's head off.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and give me, I assume, 2 attack rolls. First one misses. Second one crit fail. So you go to
I'm
swing
done.
at
See you
him.
later.
And then you miss, and you get frustrated, and you swing at him again, and you kind of you go to do your trip and strike. Not that it would take up an ability or anything, and you accidentally trip yourself, and you end up kind of falling down to the ground and knocking yourself prone.
Hey, he should fall into the water. Wink, wink.
Yeah, right. Nah, he'll be fine there. I don't want to move him or anything like that.
I was gonna lob the thing at him, but if he's under the water, he would be safe.
You think so? That Greek fireman.
no.
And then he swims under it and out.
And I'm under it. Oh no.
No, move back. All right. So is that it for you, Conovar?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's gonna hiss at you for coming up on him, and he can't really move all that far. So he's just gonna double claw and tail you. Does a 17 hit you?
Don't think so.
He's 18.
Yeah. 17 hits just.
Oh, shit.
That's unfortunate. So he does 7 piercing damage to
Wait,
you.
I thought you're 18 with your dual wield.
No. I've got. I'm 16 because of chainmail, and
Oh.
dual wheel takes me up by 1.
Right, so you're 17. Yeah.
So he does 7 piercing damage to you. And you hear him kind of mutter in frustration as he moves up this way and out here. You get an attack of opportunity against him, so go ahead and take that. It's kind of like the redeeming attack, and you hit him with that longsword for 9 slashing damage. There you go. So you redeem yourself a little bit as he goes and slashes across you, and you get frustrated and swing back and slice his arm pretty badly as he's moving away. All right. Excuse me. That brings us back around to Vlad.
I can hit him from right there, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And Carnivor's not even in the way. Just don't roll another crit fail.
Oh, God. Carnivore.
Right in the ass.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Fucking, you can't make this shit up. You really can't.
So Carnivore, you take 10 piercing damage.
I'm unconscious.
Another anus.
You grab your
I'm unconscious.
you grab your crossbow out. Do you have crossbows? You do have crossbows, right?
Who the hell uses a crossbow?
No, I've got
I thought you picked up two, right?
It really is just crossbow. I've still got a longbow.
Okay, you go out to pull out your longbow to take a shot at him as he's kind of swimming away, and as you're notching an arrow, it's kind of back behind your left ear, and a fucking arrow goes right through your hand, and you grab it and you look at it and you just kind of pass out and fall asleep on the ground, unconscious.
I'm not in the water, am I? I'm not going to drown or anything.
You're not gonna drown. You're just kind of laying there on the shore. You're fine. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Vlad? Hail of Thorns, maybe?
I'm gonna move. Right there.
You're far away.
I can't believe that happened. Oh man.
Every single time we play.
Only when he does things, he jinxed it.
Yeah, pretty.
JT says
I didn't even say anything that time.
No, the words were, "It should be fine unless you," and then there was a crit failure.
Yep. Oh shit. All right, Aurelia, you are up. What would you like to do?
Move and cure wounds.
All right, sounds good. Bring Counterpart back up.
This is my last cure wounds.
It's all right. These guys are hard.
I think we're all out of healing everything, so we're all healed out.
All right, you heal Counterpart for 6 damage. He's no longer unconscious. He's back.
And I'm going to glare at Vlad.
Well, it's a good thing he's hiding behind Jenks and Norster. There you go.
He's still gonna feel my eyes glaring at him.
Yeah, right? All right, there you go. Norster, you're up. What would you like to do?
I am once again gonna abjure enemy on this guy.
Gotcha.
We need to stop him.
Does that use that uses a spell slot too on you, doesn't it?
No.
Oh.
Nope. It's my
Cantrip?
It's my divine cantrip. Divine, like lay on hands, like.
I think he passed, right? DC 13. So.
But he yeah, it's disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh well, that doesn't matter. He got a 20 on the other one. So he's still moving only at half speed, which is unfortunate for him. Anything else from you, Norster?
Yeah, I'm moving.
All right, give us some movement. You can move 3 blocks through the water or 6 on land.
Let's see. So I can move there, right?
No. You can move 1 block closer, 15 feet, across that water.
Move there.
Nope. Yep. There you go. You're getting there. Slow moving.
And you have a dead beat on him.
Oh,
Yep.
he's gonna die.
He's gonna die so hard. All right, Bandura, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay, so could I
Don't
throw
you
it from
have
here?
abjure as well, or is that just because of my vengeance?
I
That's my
think it may
vengeance.
be vengeance because I was looking at that. I was like, do I have this?
Yeah.
Because that's a good ability.
That is 30 feet.
But is that tree in the way?
The tree is in the way. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take a throw at him?
Can I move and then
one
throw it?
block to the?
Oh yeah, you could
move
absolutely.
one block forward.
You could absolutely.
Because I can
move.
move to there Would that be an easier throw?
Oh, well, not an
Two?
easier throw, but you don't get disadvantage throwing it, which is healthy.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Go
And
ahead.
then
Go ahead and roll an
acrobatics
attack for
or
me.
athletics.
It's actually just
Can
an
you-
attack roll. It's a D20 plus your dexterity modifier. You can do a dexterity save if you want. That's the easiest
you
way
hit- Can you hit Vladorium from there?
to. Maybe.
Okay, so here we go. No, I
We're
couldn't
more
actually.
interested
Yeah.
in killing this dang devil.
Oh,
And
fucking god, Jesus!
so you throw it and it just kind of splashes in the water off to the left
that's a
of
bad luck. Greek fire. Don't touch that.
it. Yeah, that thing is just cursed. All right. Anything else from you, Bandura?
Does that count as an attack roll or is that a bonus?
Yeah. No, that's your attack.
I will move out of the way of could I move? I could move again technically. Let me move to there to get out of the way of Norster before he does something crazy.
No, I have nothing crazy to do.
Sounds good.
Everything
He's gonna
is,
throw his mace and hit me in the back of the head.
No, I'm not gonna throw shit. If I throw my mace, I'll lose it.
Yeah,
I
right.
have to strangle him.
This
you threw your mace at a flying demon in the sky up a mountain.
and he killed
Well,
him.
That was.
That's true.
Clunked him.
We could kill 4.
All right, go ahead and tell me what you're gonna do, Jinx. You're gonna hide behind Norster some more.
Thank you.
Yep, there you go.
I'm
Norster-
gonna give Norster words of encouragement and be like, "You got this, man. Go get that feat."
you got this. You go, girl. All right,
That's not
Conover.
what I said.
I know.
Hey. Norster pats Jinx on the head.
Like a good boy. Oh, you're so cute, Jinx. Conover, you are up, my friend. What would you like to do?
Right, I can move 15
For the
feet
few times
to there.
that Jinx is visible.
Yep, you could do that.
To the rough terrain.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna swing for him, and I'm gonna try and use. I've done my trip attack, so I'm gonna try and use my menacing attack.
Oh, nice. That's a good move. Yeah.
But that's if it hits, of course.
Yep. Which it does not.
Oh,
Which
Jesus.
it does not.
You
I'll
got that
try
second
and-
half, though.
I'll try again with my offhand then.
Sounds good.
Motherfuck, man.
I should have moved towards it.
Unfortunately, that didn't work. All right. Anything else from you?
No, at least he's flanked now, I suppose.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So that brings us back around to number 4. He's going to move forward 1 square. He's going to take an attack of opportunity. Go ahead and swing again, Conover. 23 hits. Go ahead and give me
Nice.
damage for 8 slashing damage. Boom. Got cocky. He takes a mad slash right down the back. You can see a little bit of vertebrae sticking out a little bit. And he does that thing where he sticks his hands against his chest and he bursts into a hail of thorns and does...
Nothing. Crit fail. Implodes. Okay, not bad.
4 damage to Banduru, Aurelia, and Conovar, and he is no longer around.
Can you bring up Hail of Thorns? I thought it was only within 5 feet, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, like a hail of barbs. It's him exploding himself into you guys.
Right,
All of
okay.
his barbs. I called it hail of
Damage.
thorns. So 4 damage. That's not a ton.
No, it's not as much as Vlad.
Okay, I'm
That's fine.
still okay.
All right, you guys take a moment to feel your bodies for holes. Make sure your balls are still attached. All of the important bits.
Hey, I got hit by one of those twice
I
doing
don't
that.
have any balls.
Well, they're just in different places.
We
The
have lady balls.
lady
I was
balls.
about to say.
Oh, that's right. Mine are so big they have to be on my chest.
Yeah, see, exactly. Right where you can check them. And so you guys are no longer in combat. Norster does a divine sense. He feels traces of the fiends, but nothing particularly near around. He does a perimeter check. There's nothing within 60 feet of any of the perimeters here. You guys have free action right now to do with as you please. You see the pillar of fire coming from the east is much bigger than it was before.
Oh shit.
They
the-
have to wait.
We
The,
need
sm-
a long rest.
the smoke is starting to settle
more
in
fun.
the swamps. You can hear the crying and screams of babies and lizard
Or
hisses.
hissing.
Lizards don't cry; they hiss.
The
So
It's
basically,
also them
sizzling
cook-
bacon.
It's them cooking also.
yeah, right. The war drums and war horns have died down You still hear them occasionally. You hear war cries and stuff like that occasionally. And the smoke has started to settle as a mist on the swamps, even reaching out as far as you. And you can smell the smell of burning, burning wood and hay and thatch
That
on
was
the
an
air.
accident.
Well, as pissed as Norster is right now, he realizes that he's exhausted and needs to sleep.
All right. So everybody's
And
exhausted.
Yeah, we are all out of spells and sleep and health and.
Yeah, Norster might be a freaking zealot, but he does realize he
Well,
needs
my
to sleep.
heart is breaking that we can't just run immediately to help. I gotta rest.
All right.
I can't do anything without any spells.
Yeah, Norster's spent. He's got nothing left. His tank's empty.
All
He's
right.
like, crap.
Running on empty. So yeah.
Well, I
we
think
gotta take a long rest.
I think a long rest is a good place to take a break for the episode, and we'll pick it up next week with what happens in this village, if you so choose to go over there. But it seems like everybody needs a rest. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And if you like what you saw, definitely like, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. And we will see you next time. Enjoy. Oh, and check out the after show too, of course. See you in a sec. Bye-bye.